change. Keep it tuned to Citi. Your number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. Citi FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Amaba yeswe mahoy agbamana vuna mama ima ubo ba yeswe mahoy agbamana vuna mama ima ubo anamadon kunyo yesu wonam jila nyara kamali magoni o negbe magoni ba akpa ayata maba yeswe mahoy agbamana vuna mama ima ubo ba yeswe mahoy agbamana vuna mama ima ubo orodio naho Naho. Yesu wetu jada, oya oto amadeke mate mwachio.
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 Amaba Yesu wetu jada. Oya oto amadeke mate mwachio.
Yesu wetu jada, oya oto amadeke mate mwachio.
Tonya omiba, miba mijo omya Yesu ba. Kanya oto na Yesu. Chikadeke manchomya po. Aupa toa onya. Ala rusi tonya. Bela nuwa madeke mawana siho. Ayoto kamoka. Agati pesa sewo buju buju. Yatami kafuma udatae.
Yesu wetu jada, oya oto amadeke mate mwachio.
Tonya omiba, miba mijo omya Yesu ba. Kanya oto na Yesu.
35:56 Thursday morning, May 21, 2026, 97.3 Citi FM. Good morning to you and welcome to the Citi Breakfast Show. My name is Caleb Kudah. Welcome to a brand new day, a brand new start. A brand new page to rewrite the story. Another opportunity to start again. Great conversations, solution-driven agenda. Putting the nation first is always our priority here on the Citi Breakfast Show. We're going to start with business sense and inspirational start to your day. We'll bring you the newspaper review, sports segment up shortly. And then we bring you great conversations, highlight your concerns, have discussions that drive development. Let's start with business sense this way. Oh, by the way, the song you're hearing is from the stables of the Bethel Revival Choir. Says the Lord has lit up a fire and no one can ever put it out. So let that fire sustain you in your Red Sea moment. You need to handle your Red Sea moments with confidence. Whether you're a student, a manager, an entrepreneur, a parent, or a professional trying to navigate today's fast-paced world, you will have some Red Sea moments at some point in your journey. And those moments are where you have a roaring Red Sea before you and a terrifying army charging down on you. Now, in such a literal Red Sea moment many years ago, Moses gave us a template to follow. He answered the people, do not be afraid, stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see them again. The Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still. So we see a brilliant 3-step strategy for handling Red Sea moments in our own lives today. Do not be afraid. Guard your emotional real estate. Fear is a terrible advisor. When a crisis hits your business or your family, panic is your biggest enemy. True leadership begins by conquering internal chaos before you tackle external problems. And I'll add one last one. Stand firm, hold your ground. It doesn't mean being stubborn. It means anchoring yourself in your core values and your vision. When everything around you is shaking, your team and your family looks to you to see if you are wavering. Integrity is standing firm when it is easiest to run. Remember that. Integrity is standing firm when it's easiest to run. Business Sense is brought to you by Absa. No matter how nice your landlord is, nothing beats owning your own home. Absa knows this, which is why this year we are helping you say yes to making it happen. With an Absa mortgage, you can finance your dream home with flexible, tailored solutions. Get up to 5 million Ghana cedis with 5 to 15 years to pay back on a fixed interest rate. This year, say yes to your home sweet home. If your roof is leaking while it's raining, shall I talk to Absa or visit any of their bank branches? Apply for an Absa mortgage today and be your own landlord. Absa, your story matters. The news review comes your way shortly. Brought to you by Zonda Tech and Fidelity. Welcome to Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, your one-stop automobile shop. Proud operators of an impressive automobile assembly plant in Ghana. From heavy-duty trucks powered by global giant Sinotrack to premium SUVs and pickups from Great Wall Motors and Cherry. Dependable light-duty trucks by Forland, world-class construction equipment from Shantui and Sunny Group. Zonda Tech delivers topmost quality brands assembled in Ghana with affordable luxury you can trust. So choose strength, choose quality, choose locally assembled excellence. And Fidelity Bank is putting home ownership and car acquisition, vehicle acquisition together for you, making it easier. From the 28th to the 31st of May at the Good Park, the ultimate auto and home fair lands. If you're looking for a new car, your dream home, or the latest home appliances to spruce up your space, this is your one-stop shop for the best mortgage deals, expert advice, and beatable offers from auto, real estate, and home appliance partners. Just don't dream it. Come to the Good Park, 28th to the 31st. Come and own something special. Wheels and Homes Fair, inspired by Fidelity Bank Ghana Limited. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. And let's welcome Godfred Akoto Boafo and Samuel Attah-Mensah to the program this Thursday morning.
Good morning, Major Caleb. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
You
that too.
You that. No, there's a guy in the society. His name is Derek Ehla.
Okay.
Of opulence ties. He brings some new collections on pin, Dinkrasible ties and pocket squares and things. He sort me out this morning. Only God.
My interpretation of this, your ginger is different. You don't want me to say that radio. I'm not shouting. You know, but this morning I came with a complaint. You know, the people of La Paz are happy with us.
Yes.
Lawless La Paz is moving. It is not yet lawful.
Okay.
But lawless La Paz is
in
moving.
transition.
Yeah, so Kaikwe knows.
Yes.
Full accelerator. Don't slow down. We don't let it be night day wonder because we will be watching.
Yes.
But now the people of Circle have also reached out to us.
Okay. What are they saying?
That Vodafone
area, no.
It's a complete mess, eh?
If we have been able to do it for the good people of La Paz, who nobody thought, Jinyame. They always said Junior me at La Paz.
Finally.
But something has happened.
So it is possible.
So they have seen it can be possible under the Dubai. It can be possible under the Dubai.
It's very, very possible.
So the municipal authorities there.
That one called Clothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
The MTTD.
Yeah.
It is time. It is time. Dubai can never be lawless. It can never be Jinyame.
Okay.
But we will discuss it later.
I love it. Energy. So let's get into the business.
Yes. Speaking of Jinyame, rent is always Jinyame for us.
Charlie.
Charlie, if you like today, it is
Discussion fire.
because rent in Ghana, they're Jinyame.
I'm telling you.
But now the Rent Control Commissioner says, Giono.
Okay.
So on the front page, suspend hostel fee hikes now. Rent Commissioner directs tertiary school operators.
One more for him.
People will be very happy with this one.
Very, very
Transplantation best treatment for kidney failure, according to a researcher. Policy rate stays at 14%. GCB Bank empowers construction firm with asset financing. Farhan Al-Hassan, Managing Director, GCB Bank, is on the front page of the paper. Hey, after he disappeared during the all of
He has
reappeared. This one is good news.
Yeah, we like it.
Okay, the Ghanaian Times front page this morning: clampdown on rent dispute begins as Rent Control Department introduces new policy. Story will be on page 12. And MMT deploys 100 new buses to ease commuter burden. And then on the back page, acute water shortage hits Sunyai, and the GIS steps up readiness for e-visa introduction.
Front page of the Daily Guide newspaper: we are gearing to govern. Bawumia to MPs, the photo of a smiling Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I won't push for MPs removal. High Court determines Abronye bail today. John Akwe's role in RNAQ company emerges. And this one, landlord kills tenant over 30 Ghana cedi ECG bill.
30 Ghana cedis.
Oh, how? Provocation, Ben.
The Chronicle newspaper this morning: policy rate at 14%. Middle East crisis is the elephant in the room. Bank of Ghana boss. And this very troubling story: defilement law catches GHS school administrator remanded for allegedly having sex with 14-year-old JHS graduate. And Customs Commissioner strategizes on how to boost national revenue.
And finally, for me, the Daily Democrats front page, they are sticking with the policy rate story. And Ministry of Health clears 8,000 health workers. We've delved to that story. And then, yeah, that's it from the Daily Democrats.
Okay.
The Daybreak newspaper: sexy Ridiona school administrator caged for bunking girl, 14-year-old. That is how they have captured that story here.
Look,
And then-
Daybreak newspaper, look, get responsible. This is get responsible and do some proper editorial work over there.
And then still on the front page: new era of financial confidence, ADB Managing Director. And then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia hails NPP MPs, says they are the last line of Ghanaians' defense.
Okay, let me take you online quickly. We have a raft of stories from Bernard's interview with Professor Ajimabedu Akosa on the point of view last night regarding the investigations into the death of Amisa. Professor Akosa calls for Bed Management Bureau to improve emergency care. Charles Amisa's death probe was independent and comprehensive, and he reviews also that sadly his phone and ID were stolen at the crash scene. And police have still not helped us find who the culprit was. Now, Great Coal Fire temporary control room to be completed by end of September. This is the Sector Minister Jinapo speaking. Nigeria woman jailed for attempting to obtain Ghanaian passport with forged documents. And Rawlings workers reject government assurances, insist on May 31 strike. Railway workers. Apologies. I believe in your intellect and courage, Bawumia tells minority MPs. If you go to citynewsroom.com this morning, Transport Minister probes alleged misuse of 40 million railway funds. Abronye DC remand an assault on constitutional rights. This is Aponyo Marking speaking here, and more voices are rising up with respect to this story. And then Chief, 6 others attacked during visit to Galamsey site in Western North. Mahama not suppressing free speech. This is Fifi Kwete's response to the minority. Remain firm in scrutinizing government. Baumia to NPP MPs. Motorists force open closed section of Buduburam Kaswa Highway amid traffic chaos. And that was something that happened yesterday. The High Street Journal, silenced by the stopwatch. How modern funding formats shut out stammering entrepreneurs. This is a very interesting article considering those who go to pitch. If you are a stammerer and you have a stop clock on your pitch, it's looking at how it impacts. If you go to my journal online, oral delivering results, more cases ahead for the Squatchy of also here, and 2028 jostling won't have NDC, won't save NDC if Mahama government fails. This is Kwachi of also. If you go to Reuters this morning, Iran is consolidating control of Hormuz with island checkpoints, diplomatic deals, and sometimes fees. We'll get into the details.
Let me start from the front page of the Daily Graphic. Then suspend hostel fee hikes now. The Office of the Rent Commissioner and the Rent Control Department have directed all private hostel owners, facility managers, operators, and stakeholders within the student accommodation sector to place a temporary hold on all or any intended or proposed increment in hostel accommodation fees for the 2026-2027 academic year until further notice. The two state agencies also convened a meeting with all stakeholders to discuss the current development within the student accommodation sector and to collectively deliberate on sustainable, fair, and lawful measures regarding hostel pricing and standards. The Rent Commissioner's Office and the department said the action followed recent continuous hikes in hostel accommodation fees across private hostels within and around tertiary institutions in the country. Quote, these persistent increments have become a matter of urgent public concern due to the economic burden placed on students, parents, and guardians. So the story also goes on to break down some of the hostel fees. So at Pentagon Hostel at the University of Ghana, which has a student population capacity of about 6,000, made up of the new and old Pentagon hostels, students pay 27,769 and 22,870 respectively for one in a room accommodation with air conditioner. For one in a room accommodation without air conditioner, students pay 18,958 and 16,389 Ghana cedis for the new and old Pentagon hostels respectively. Two students in one room with air conditioner pay 16,389 and 12,701 Ghana cedis respectively for the new and old. Four students in one room each pay 6,663 Ghana cedis and 5,599 Ghana cedis respectively. Then goes on to break down others as well. So there's Bani, there is Vikings Hostel, James Top Nelson Young. I mean, hey,
there's great interest in this.
Your whole year's rent is somebody's one semester.
Sometimes even 2 years.
So it's a serious issue.
It's a huge concern.
Really a huge.
We'll be following it.
Yes, we will be following it. And on that same score, they have also proposed a standard tenancy agreement, a new policy. And under the new policy, story in page 12 of the Ghanaian Times, under the new policy by the rent control, neither landlords or tenants will be allowed to act outside the provisions of the law. Now, in an exclusive interview with the Ghanaian Times, the Commissioner of the Rent Control Department, Mr. Frederick Opoku, said many disputes between landlords and tenants could be resolved amicably, but often escalate due to rigid positions adopted by both sides.
Now, let me stay with the landlord-tenant relationship on page 6 of the Daily Guide. This one went bad. A 37-year-old man, Opoku Ajimai, has been stabbed to death by his landlord, Kofi Kranting, on Tuesday during an argument over a 30 Ghana cedi electricity bill at Mid-Dear Ketwa, a community in the Ga West municipality in the Accra region, the Greater Accra region. According to the paper sources, Opoku, who has 3 children, had a heated argument with the landlord, which escalated into violence when the landlord allegedly pulled out a machete and stabbed Opoku repeatedly in the chest. An eyewitness, Enoch Aidan Dankwa, said the landlord was unhappy with the way Opoku handled payment of the electricity bill and invited him into his room to discuss the matter. He said it remains unclear what exactly triggered the heated confrontation over the unpaid bill.
Very, very unfortunate incident. We hope that the lawsuit will take its course. Now, talking about the law, Charles Emisa's family sues 3 hospitals, doctors, AG, and seeks 20 million Ghana cedis in damages. Abigail Arthur writes on citynewsroom.com that a medical doctor and sister of deceased engineer Charles Henry Amisa has sued 3 major health facilities, several medical professionals, and the Attorney General over what she describes as a chain of negligent acts that led to her brother's death after a road accident in a road crash. Dr. Matilda Amisa, suing as administratrix of the estate of Charles Henry Amisa, is seeking 20 million Ghana cedis in general damages at the High Court in Accra over the February 2026 incident that triggered nationwide outrage and renewed debate about Ghana's persistent no-birth syndrome. And I really am happy that the family is taking this up. We'll keep an eye on this to see where it gets to. Now, Professor Akosa has defended naming the doctors who his investigation, his committee found negligent in that report. You know, the Medical and Dental Council, GMA, they pushed back. Prof has been insisting that they did the right thing, and he also says that the ambulance staff failed to control bleeding. A lot of revelations. You'll find more of that interview on our website. There will be a repeat later today, so keep your eyes on.
Okay, since we are talking matters of the law, now defilement law catches JHS school administrator remanded for allegedly defiling a 14-year-old JHS graduate. Story in the Chronicle, page 3, by Inusa Musa from Tema. Now, the Tema Circuit Court A, presided over by Anna Mameya Amwakoa Kusimensa, has remanded 35-year-old Ameglate Mens Edem Kwashi into lawful custody for allegedly defiling a 14-year-old 2026 JHS graduate. Now, Mens, a husband and a father of 3, is administrator of Ridiona Comprehensive School at Atadika, where the victim was a student.
Let me take you to the Daily Guide on page 3. We are in court, where High Court will today determine an application for bail filed on behalf of Bono Regional Chairman of the NPP, Kwame Bafo, popularly known as Abronya DC, who has been remanded into the custody of the Bureau of National Intelligence of allegations of publication of false news and offensive conduct. The court was set to hear the application yesterday when Grace Dali Tali, an assistant State Attorney, told the judge that she had been instructed by the Deputy Attorney General, Dr. Justice Sheremsai, to request for a short adjournment to enable the Office of the Attorney General to appropriately respond to the motion.
There's a new China mall that's coming up at Koforidua, and that site is already flooded and has raised concerns over urban planning and business expansion. So the High Street Journal has that story. Recent flooding incidents across parts of Ghana's urban centers have reignited concerns over weak township planning, poor infrastructure layout, and long-term implications for business continuity, with stakeholders warning that current development patterns are increasingly stifling development and business growth in rapidly expanding communities. In Koforidua, recent sustained rainfall has left sections of a newly constructed retail development, popularly referred to as China Mall, located around the old estate enclave, inundated even before full completion and opening. Residents in the area described the incident as the first of its kind, with some attributing the flood to ongoing construction activities that may have altered natural water paths and surface runoff patterns. This is continuing to places that ordinarily don't even flood in Koforidua. Talk to me about the Ministry of Transport.
Yes, I think 2 days ago you asked the question where the buses are. There's an answer here for you. Page 12 of the Ghanaian Times. MMT deploys 100 new buses to ease commuter burden. Now, the details, story by Inokintiamwa Siam. Now, commuters across the country, particularly in Accra and its surrounding districts, are expected to heave a sigh of relief as Metro Mass Transit deploys 100 newly acquired buses onto the roads. Now, the rollout, described as a bold step towards resetting Ghana's struggling public transport system, will be officially inaugurated tomorrow in Accra by the Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. Now, the initiative is expected to ease transport challenges for thousands of commuters along major routes such as Kaswa, Amasaman, Pokwase, Madina, Adenta, Dodowa, and Tama, as well as some key corridors in the Ashanti region.
I hope the buses are insured, though.
That's not even the problem. If they don't give them dedicated lanes, we are not easing anything.
True.
And I will talk about this perhaps later, because yesterday I got home quite late. I was around the CBD, our old office, you know, and from 6 p.m. between 6 and 7 p.m. the number of people who are there waiting for cars. Now, even if you get into a car, just down the road is Graphic Road.
That's small
hill over there. The traffic from there all the way through to Kaneshi, through to
the market complex,
Pump Room, how many trips do you think one of these buses will make?
So we need to have dedicated lanes for these.
If there's a dedicated lane, it's just going. You can
Yeah,
get
straight,
them just
just go
moving up
forward,
and
come
down.
return, go
It will
return,
take
go
that
return.
bus 3 hours to move to Kaswa and come back. How is that easing commuter stress?
The cost of the chaos we are dealing with.
Let me take you to the Daily Democrat on page 5, where the SWAT unit of the Ghana Standards Authority, because that is what it looks like from the picture, they are geared for war.
Thank you.
The Ghana Standards Authority has intensified its nationwide crackdown on substandard products, shutting down facilities linked to 5A Homes Limited for allegedly manufacturing and distributing inferior mattresses and electrical
yeah.
products
Yeah.
in parts of the Greater Accra region.
Yeah.
They were led by the Greater Accra Regional Manager, Mr. Clement Kubati.
Yeah.
He targeted the company's manufacturing site at Dawenya, as well as a storage and distribution center located at China Mall in Ashama. What has happened is a lot of people are now checking their mattresses.
Yeah.
People are just cutting open their mattresses.
Let me bring you this one. Ghana could return to IMF program by 2033. Professor Godfred Akoto Boafo, he's an economist at the University of Ghana, and he's projected that Ghana could return to another IMF-supported program by 2033 if long-standing structural weaknesses in the economy remain unresolved, arguing that the trend analysis point to a repeat of the country's historical cycle of economic distress. This is on citynewsroom.com. You can grab that for details. But the mighty minority has been the last line of defense for Ghanaians. This is Dr. Bawumia Haley, MPP MPs, and he's also been telling them to put themselves in position ready for power because they are taking over soon.
Yes, please. Let me take you to the back page of the Ghanaian Times. Finally, acute water shortage hits Sunyai. Story by Daniel Dresser from Sunyai. Now, acute water shortage has gripped the Sunyai municipality in the Bono region, leaving taps in many homes dry for weeks and forcing residents to search frantically for water. For the past 2 months, water supply to part of the municipality has been erratic and unreliable, creating serious challenges for households, health facilities, schools, and businesses. I think it's something that authorities need to pay attention to.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Godfred. Thank you, Samuel. That was the news review.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Latte is here. He has details for us in the world of business on the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News. That's a beautiful African print shirt you're
Thank
wearing.
you very
there.
much, Caleb. You're also
Nice
well
one.
suited.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thursday morning, good morning to you, Caleb. This is the breakfast edition of Citi Business News, brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Goil Good Energy. Coming up, projections: Ghana could return to another IMF program by 2033 if reforms weaken. Also, Bank of Ghana's 14% policy rate stay a prudent economic measure amid economic global risk. We hear from industry players. Plus, mobile money transactions jumped to almost 500 million Ghana cedis in April alone. I am Nik Latte here with the details. This morning, economist Professor Godfred Boafo is projecting that Ghana could return to another IMF-supported program by 2033 if long-standing structural and fiscal challenges are not properly addressed. He says trend analysis of Ghana's economic trajectory suggests the country risks repeating its cycle of recurring IMF interventions. The professor of finance argues Ghana appears not to have fully learned from its repeated engagement with the International Monetary Fund.
The first person who made an application to the IMF for a fund-supported program was Dr. Kwame Nkrumah in 1965. And the reasons Dr. Kwame Nkrumah cited for approaching the IMF are not substantially different from the reasons we cited in 2022 for our current program. And if you check all the past programs, the reasons are almost the same. So what it means is that if we're learning from past programs with determination, we should be able to identify why we've been going there that often. And I can assure you, there's a way you can predict if these things persist, that we will be there. When government announced that they were exiting the program, we did our analysis and concluded that Ghana will be fully ready for another IMF-supported program by 2032 or 2033. And if you check the gap between that time and when the ILO says that SNET will be collapsing, the difference is just small. We would have eroded all the fiscal gains by that time because we haven't changed. We haven't. Sometimes when we do so well, it's more of the same.
You heard Professor Godfred Boafo. He is an economist. He was speaking at the 2026 Axis Pension Trust Pension Strategy Conference. Economic and fixed income analyst at Data Bank, Wilson Zilevu, says the Bank of Ghana's decision to maintain the monetary policy rate at 14% is a measured and prudent policy response. The benchmark rate was retained to rein in inflation over heightened geopolitical tensions in the Middle East, which pose rising risks to the global inflation outlook. Wilson Zilevu tells Citi Business News that decision shows the Bank of Ghana's cautious approach to balancing inflation management with broader economic stability.
The decision to hold the policy rate at 14% is exactly what we anticipated. This comes on the back of 5 consecutive cuts and recent uptick in inflation from 3.2% to 3.4%, which is largely due to the external energy shocks. So clearly, the ripple effects of an uptick in inflation has necessitated some level of caution, effectively tapping the brakes on further policy rate cuts, and that is commendable. However, we must face the structural reality. The current pressure on inflation is largely cost-driven, not demand-driven. Adopting a wait-and-see approach allows the Bank of Ghana to anchor expectations with any demand pull factors largely curtailed, but it does not completely absorb the shock in the goods market. And this, in my view, makes the current problem more structural than cyclical. And going forward, I think some fiscal action should be taken to cushion these supply costs, especially if the tension in the Middle East escalates.
That was economic and fixed income analyst at Data Bank, Wilson Zilevu. The Bank of Ghana has revised its liquidity management framework, a revision that replaces the existing dynamic cash reserve ratio system with a uniform 20% reserve requirement for banks. The new policy takes effect from June 4, 2026 and will require banks to maintain the full reserve requirement entirely in domestic currency. The announcement was made by Governor Dr. Johnson Isiama during the Central Bank's 130th MPC press briefing here in Accra.
The liquidity tightening measure was announced alongside the bank's decision to maintain the policy rate at 14%.
The quarterly adjustment mechanism for utility tariffs could exert upward pressure on non-food inflation in the coming months. But however, relative exchange rate stability, increasing reserve buffers, and continued fiscal discipline are expected to help moderate these upside risks. Based on the above considerations, the committee assessed risks in the outlook to inflation and growth as broadly balanced and decided to maintain the monetary policy rate at 14.0%.
This follows reforms introduced in May 2025, which required banks to maintain reserves in the same currencies as their deposit liabilities. Speaking at the MPC press briefing, Dr. Johnson Isiama said the committee considered it necessary to review the framework after assessing its effectiveness over time.
The year after, the committee evaluated some of the incentives, some of the expected benefits for which those dynamic, structure of provisioning was put in place. We think that it's about time we reviewed that, considering the outcomes that we have observed. And in the wisdom of the committee, we think that this will go a long way to complement our open market operations. Remember, our objective is to maintain an appropriate policy stance, the so-called liquidity conditions.
On asset quality, the governor indicated that the banking sector's non-performing loans ratio is expected to decline further as newly introduced regulatory measures take effect.
We have already issued a number of guidelines to commercial banks on these NPLs. The deadline is end of 2026. We expect that the rate will go down further. But note that the ratio we mentioned transaction is the gross.
Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, ending Netili Neti Ajahu's report. Mobile money transactions in the country reached 493.2 billion Ghana cedis in April 2026 as a result of the continued expansion of the country's digital payment ecosystem. The latest figures involved about 967 million transactions and represent an increase from the 484.6 billion Ghana cedis recorded the month before. There is more in the following Business Desk report.
The report also showed that the number of registered mobile money accounts to 83 million in April 2026 from 80.5 million in December 2025, while active accounts stood at 26 million. Registered agents increased to 992,000, with active agents rising to 534,000. Balances on mobile money float rose to 36.7 billion cedis in April from 35.4 billion cedis in March, reflecting increased activity across the sector. Meanwhile, mobile money interoperability transactions amounted to 5.8 billion cedis, involving 31.7 million transactions during the month. Check clearing transactions recorded a value of 36.6 billion cedis, with 413,000 transactions processed. The data further show that GIPS instant pay transactions increased to 79 billion cedis in April 2026 from 71.5 billion cedis in March, with transaction volumes close to 19.9 million.
A Business Desk report by Daniel Odro-Mensah. Civil Technology Organization Budget Ghana wants government to intensify domestic revenue mobilization efforts and reduce reliance on borrowing as Ghana's public debt stock continues to rise. Ghana's total public debt increased to 674.1 billion Ghana cedis in February 2026. Speaking to Citi Business News at a workshop organized to unpack the 2026 budget, Senior Research Officer at Budget Ghana, Hamid Abdul Mumuni, cautioned that continued borrowing could worsen Ghana's debt burden and undermine long-term fiscal stability.
The government needs to cut down on borrowing, both domestic and then external. Currently, our debt stock, as you rightly said, is sitting around 641 billion Ghana cedis, and this is a major issue. Aside this debt, government, we have a budget deficit of 34 billion Ghana cedis, and government is looking to address or cover this deficit by engaging in domestic borrowing to the tune of 71 billion Ghana cedis, and this will represent an extra debt to the country. That will mean that our total debt stock is just going to rise, and there wouldn't be any decrease. This will spell a problem for the country if government goes that tangent. Rather, try to enforce try to expedite domestic revenue mobilization through taxes.
Senior Research Officer at Budget Ghana, Hamid Abdul Mumuni. To the forex market now, where the dollar is trading at 12 cedis 20 pesos, the British pound at 16 cedis 25 pesos, that of the euro could be sold to you at 14 cedis 10 pesos. These are average forex bill rates and not the Bank of Ghana's published interbank rate, so please be guided. And that's it for the breakfast edition of Citi Business News. Our stories and more on citynewsroom.com/business. I am Nik Latte. Do have a good business day.
Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle.
Mappe. Et mappé. Hey, Asamoah! French idiot. This is a midi croissant.
Meet Aja. She makes sobolo in a small shop in Kaswa. She's going places with MTN Ejumapa. Now, she's learning French Kakra to teach her francophone customers indigenous recipes.
Watashi no namae wa.
Watashi no namae. Boy.
Whoa. She's learning Japanese too? What? A chance so below to the whole Riase. If you're a woman with a small business, join MTN Ejumapa today by dialing *5060# and enjoy 150 megabytes data, a lifestyle bundle for social media, free MTN to MTN calls every Monday, and an insurance cover. You will also gain access to expert training, discounts on digital tools, and financial support to grow the business of your dreams. Terms and conditions apply. MTN.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone. You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready, and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
We're reaching all the drink. Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Good energy powers the things that people do to empower themselves. It fuels families, communities, businesses. Good energy fuels nations. It gets things going and keeps them moving. Good energy isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Goyle, good energy.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Help me make I know they talk much.
14 after 7, 97.3 Citi FM. Nila Telate brought you the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News. That's brought to you by Girl, EcoBank, and MTN. Kickoff is coming your way shortly, brought to you by Lesheho. If you're looking for quality fuel that gives your engine smooth performance, don't look any further. Girl Super XP is of premium quality, gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. It's fortified with a special additive, gives longevity to your engine, makes it perform to the max, using minimal fuel that takes you further. So as you journey the road, look out for the Girl stations and fuel up your vehicle with quality you can trust. Girl Super XP, Girl Good Energy. If your money is controlling you, this is the time to take charge. EcoBank mobile app gives you the power to command your money, transact across 33 African countries and anywhere in the world. Command your money to make water, electricity, and school fee payments, bank and mobile money transfers, create virtual cards to buy only what you need and more. So, Money Commander, download the EcoBank mobile app on the App or Play Store and command your money. Command also means paying attention to details. EcoBank will never send you or call, send you a message, an SMS, or call you asking for your PIN, your OTP, your bank card, or your Ghana card details. Ever be in doubt, call EcoBank call center on 0800 003225. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. Queuing for your favorite watch, we can accept that. Queuing for Trotro, it's almost a thing. It is a thing, actually. Queuing, if it were an Olympic sport, we would win gold. But one thing we can't accept is queuing to swap your MTN SIM. Swap your MTN SIM yourself in minutes. Visit the My MTN app or dial *133# to get this done ASAP. No more standing, no more sweating, no more who be the last person. Do it yourself. Simply swap it everywhere you go. Edwin Kwakovi is here. Looking bright on the morning with kickoff for you today. Brought to you by Lesheho Savings Salons. They've got great news just for you. Fala season is on. Apply for a loan today. Sort out all your needs at the best rates on the market. Fala season is on. Angaza. Just WhatsApp or call Nana on 02700 4799. Always remember, terms and conditions apply. Lesheho. Let's improve life. Just before Edwin comes in with kickoff, Morning Star International High School wishes to announce that enrollment for the 2026-2027 academic year is in progress. Programs offered at the Cambridge Lower Secondary IGCSE A-Level and WASI. Enrollment forms are available at mostarschool.edu.gh or purchased from the high school or basic school campuses. Entrance exam is on Saturday the 23rd of May. This very Saturday, isn't it? Yeah. The Morning Star School Cantonment and Dodoa. Be a part of an enriching learning community where the tradition of excellence continues. 0243 758 795 is the number to call. Morning Star, rise and shine. Ladies and gentlemen, Edwin Kwalkofi.
A trophy with Aston Villa's famous name etched upon it. The first major trophy to fall into Aston Villa hands for 30 long years. Worth the wait? Just ask them. Aston Villa have caught up with their history. A generational success. Champions on a European stage again.
"30 years of waiting finally over. Aston Villa are winners of a European trophy once again after a dominant display as Unai Emery proves that he really is the king of the Europa League. We'll bring you more details in the bulletin. Also coming up,
I was at home one day and my brother told me president is waiting for me. And I said, which president? And he said, Mr. Protocol. I said, yes, you let him in. So I had a one-on-one conversation with him. I wasn't myself at that time. If all of you are on social media, you will see that I went off social media for some time.
Powerful words from Ghana and African football legend Asamoah Gyan as he was unveiled as the brand ambassador for all of Ghana's national teams and Colts football. We'll hear from him later in the bulletin. And it's exactly 21 days to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. You're welcome to Kickoff, which is brought to you by Politan Ghana. And let's improve life. Good morning, I am Edwin Kwakofi. Let's start off in Europe, and it was the Europa League final last night. Aston Villa head coach Unai Emery, he has praised his Villa side after guiding the club to UEFA Europa League glory, their first major trophy since 1982. The victory also saw Emery extend his incredible record in the competition, lifting the UEFA Europa League title for a fifth time. Speaking after the triumph, the Villa boss applauded his team's performances throughout the campaign, describing their quality and mentality as exceptional.
Europe, it gave us a lot, and for myself as well a lot. And I am always very grateful for Europe, for every competition, Conference League, Champions League, Europa League, but especially Europa League. And as well, thankful the clubs I worked at, because they showed the way. And as well, the support I had in Spain with Valencia, with Seville, with Villarreal, and here with Aston Villa. And of course, the players, the owners, the players. It's very important how everybody, we got strongly this competition and we tried to get our best. And we played a very serious way this year. So focus, and of course the players, they showed me their wishes, because I was telling them we need wishes, we need desires in this competition, and to show on the field you are the protagonist, and they did it.
It certainly was a good evening for Aston Villa boss Unai Emery, whose voice you just heard. Meanwhile, Villa captain John McGinn says he still cannot believe Villa are the UEFA Europa League champions.
Can't believe it, to be honest. What we've been through as a club, Stan will know, we've been in around it. This club was close to being in a right bad way 7 years ago. Nassif and Wes bought the club over, and they had one remit to get the club back to the Premier League and then try and get it to compete to the levels it had before. Tonight was just everything we have built coming together, and the pride I felt at 3-0 with 10 minutes to go, thinking we're European champions, was something I can't even describe.
And talk about doing it in style. What about those first 2 goals?
I don't think we started the game pretty well, but what we do is we've got a great set piece coach. I'm a bit biased, but Austin McPhee. We set up like the Liverpool corner and tried to deceive them a bit, and it worked. And I think that gave us a breakthrough to relax and play our football.
The thoughts of Aston Villa captain John McGinn. Now, what does this win mean for Aston Villa and other teams in the Premier League in terms of the race for the Champions League? Aston Villa have already secured a top 5 finish in the Premier League and also booked their place in the UEFA Champions League. However, their UEFA Europa League triumph has created an interesting twist in the race for European qualification, with England potentially set to send 6 teams into next season's Champions League under UEFA's coefficient rules. That scenario depends on Villa finishing 5th on the final day of the season, and for that to happen, they would need to lose their final match against Manchester City, while Liverpool must also beat Brentford. If Villa do drop to 5th, their extra Champions League qualification slot would pass down to the team finishing 6th, which currently is occupied by AFC Bournemouth, with Brighton and Hove Albion also in line to benefit. But Villa, if they hold on to 4th place, then the extra European slots would instead be redistributed to another league based on UEFA's coefficient rankings. Now, the Black Starlets remain in contention for a place at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup, despite their elimination from the quarterfinals of the Under-17 African Cup of Nations. The under Prosper Nate Ogun Ghana bounced back strongly in their final Group D game with a 3-1 victory over South Africa to keep hopes alive of qualifying for the World Cup playoff round. Ghana finished 3rd in Group D on 4 points behind Senegal and Algeria, who both advanced automatically to the quarterfinals and secured direct qualifications to the World Cup. The Black Stars, however, still have a chance to qualify through the playoff route. Now, let's hear from legendary Black Stars forward Asamoah Gyan, who has officially been unveiled as the ambassador for Ghana's national teams in Colts football. Ghana's all-time leading scorer is expected to spearhead promotional campaigns, fan engagement initiatives, and strategic corporate partnerships aimed at rallying Ghanaians behind the Black Stars while promoting Colts football. First, let's hear from GFA President Edwin Simeon Keto-Kreku, who paid glowing tributes to Gyan's enduring contribution to the game, describing him as an icon whose legacy transcends goals and generations.
It's a night to celebrate. Tonight is a night of celebration, a celebration of excellence, a celebration of service, a celebration of patriotism, and above all, a celebration of an extraordinary Ghanaian whose name has become synonymous with courage, with passion, resilience, and national pride. Tonight, we gather here to honor and officially unveil one of the greatest sons of Ghana football, an icon, a trailblazer, a leader, a forever a national treasure, Baby Jet, the one and only Asamoah Gyan.
That was GFA President Edwin Simeon Keto-Kreku. Now, let's hear from Asamoah Gyan, who is the newly appointed ambassador for all national teams and Colts football.
I had a one-on-one conversation with him. I wasn't myself at that time. If all of you are on social media, you will see I went off social media for some time. So what he told me was And I can remember vividly, he said, Asamoah, we have a lot of things to do. Don't do this to yourself. And I was like, that was when I came back to my senses and I was like, what are we supposed to do? And he said, we have a lot of things to do when it comes to grassroots. You have been an inspiration to the youth. You have been an inspiration to Ghana. And there will be a lot of things people will be looking up to. So we have to take a step.
That was Asamoah Gyan, who's the new ambassador for all national teams and Colts football. Away from that, work is set to resume at the Azuma Nelson Sports Complex as the Director General of the National Sports Authority, Yao Ampofo Ankra, confirms processes are underway to get the project back on track. The facility, which has been left abandoned and overtaken by weeds, has now been cleared ahead of further construction works. However, the NSA boss says legal issues involving the contractor must first be resolved before full construction can resume.
Well, the last time we went to clear there, the conversation began to facilitate and process the work being done. The contractor on site had abandoned it and there were legal issues. So we needed to get that contractor back, have a conversation, abrogate that contract before bringing in a new contractor. Unfortunately, the NSA was not part of the conversation when this contractor came on site to build the facility, which was not, part of the field itself. So, yeah, Muftar, it is legal. We need to make sure we do the right thing. It's very frustrating, but we don't have a choice. We cannot have shortcuts. But the conversation is ongoing, and I'm sure in due course we will have, the right things done very soon.
That was NSA boss Yao Ampofo Ankra. Now to Europe, where Southampton's appeal against being thrown out of the Championship playoff final for spying has been rejected. The match will now go ahead on Saturday between Hull City and Middlesbrough, with a place in the Premier League on the line. Before I go today for our World Cup focus, let's hear about the Netherlands.
The Netherlands head to the 2026 FIFA World Cup as one of Europe's strongest teams, making their 12th appearance and still chasing their first World Cup title. The Oranje have reached the World Cup final a record 3 times without winning, losing in 1974 to West Germany, in 1978 to Argentina, and in 2010 to Spain. In the competition, they boast of a strong record of 30 wins, 14 draws, and 11 losses. Dutch teams have delivered unforgettable moments in World Cup lore, from their total football approach in the 1970s to reaching the quarterfinals in 2022. After missing out in 2018, they returned strongly and qualified comfortably for the 2026 edition, topping their UEFA qualifying group. Known for their orange army of passionate fans and technical brilliance, the Netherlands' arrival experience, quality, and renewed belief that 2026 could be the year they finally lift the trophy.
That was City Sports' Kelvin Edem Kai. Total football at the World Cup. Can't wait to see it. And that's the latest in the world of sport. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. Kickoff was powered by Politangana Elesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Edwin Kofi. The Citi Breakfast Show continues.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Services, innovative financial solutions. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, let's go, let's go, hey, mama, hey, mama,
starts here at Delexis University College, a place where knowledge meets innovation and dreams become reality. Guided by integrity, excellence, inclusivity, and innovation, we prepare students to thrive in a rapidly changing world. Explore our accredited programs: nursing and midwifery, accounting and IT, banking and finance, marketing, human resource management, ICT, computer science, cybersecurity, applied insurance risk, and data analytics. Admissions are open now. Visit our campus at Tema, Comte 25, Peasby Junction, or apply online at www.delexisuniversity.edu.gh. Call us on 055 1198 100 or 055 1126 448. Delexis University College. Be knowledgeable and innovative in science and technology.
Ago Kenu Jamba Jambamba
Beyond what the mind should know.
Electrical said you mean Nancy no ma you
every time man focus so fake na begum.
It's time on the motor cables and one of no ma scan check the cables or your Nexans cable metal one low smoke anti-counterfeit cables nibia so nyebia muntoda
e dia na ma we use sa cables na e ma ni dem sronko
low smoke anti-counterfeit cables remember there certificate cables on your papa wire then say gentleman open whistle p toxic no me jenu so huwa ono pomko table to make na say use low smoke anti-counterfeit cable o major insure whistle ka creeping oba into a triangle between na denuma ehwanyim low smoke anti-counterfeit cables ya etwa ehona wa ebotuma scan na check there so your original free Nexans cable metal low smoke anti-counterfeit cable ya sashe na ya jatu there only Ghana cable okwa kwesi that
Nexans cable metal electricity no get leg the Nexans cable metal cable the carrier.
The 12th Ishmael Yamson and Associates Roundtable Conference is here. Under the theme Unlocking the Next Quarter Century, this conference will spotlight the ideas and strategies shaping Africa's future. BRT 2026 will feature a distinguished speaker lineup including the Minister of Finance, Honorable Kasiel Forson, the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Honorable Dr. John Jinapo, the CTO of Huawei Technologies Company, Augustine Chu, the Chairman of the National Development Planning Commission, Dr. Nimoy Thompson, and renowned Pan-African activist, Professor PLO Lumumba. Join us on the 28th of March 2026 from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Movenpick Ambassador Hotel. Register now at brt.ieyamson.com. BRT 2026 is in partnership with Goldfields, Huawei, MTN, Tex Genesis, Nosme, Gasem, UMB, Lofton Keys Properties, Coronation Insurance, Unicam, Fiducia Data Solutions, Brasica, Coral Reef Innovation Africa, Guosevo, as well as Mojo Pay and People's Pension. Media partners, Citi FM and Channel 1 TV.
Tell everyone dinner is ready.
Kids, let's go to the dining table.
Food is ready. Let's go.
Hey, you're fine.
No. Say, you're fine. No, my own is better. You're fine.
But wait, we all know that Mommy always does it best.
You're fine.
Keep enjoying First Choice Premium Spaghetti. Delicious, non-sticky, contains vitamin A, zinc, iron, and always comes through. You're fine.
This advert is FDA approved.
Is your electricity bill too high? Let me show you how to control your energy costs and save a lot of money. Make maximum use of daylight. Use LED lights and open your windows to create a cross-air flow. Only turn the fan on to slow or medium speed when needed. Adjust the temperature of your refrigerator to the optimum range of 5 degrees Celsius to 7 degrees Celsius and the freezers to -18 degrees Celsius. Use your AC wisely. Don't set the temperature lower than 25 degrees Celsius. It consumes consumes about 70% of the electricity in your homes. Change outdated equipment like motors, pumps, compressors, and boilers to energy-efficient ones. Conduct a systemic audit and improve the efficiency of your significant energy users. Implement a standardized energy management system like the ISO 50001. Visit www.valcotrustfund.gov.gh for more energy-saving tips and messages to save more money. This energy conservation advice is brought to you by the Ministry of Energy, Energy Foundation, Valco Trust Fund, PURC, ECG, Bui Power Authority, Gridco, and VRA. Control your energy cost and save money.
Now have freedom.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Chiquitita, tell me what's wrong. You're enchained by your own sorrow. In your eyes, there is no hope for tomorrow. How I hate you feel like this.
The power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
There is no way you can deny
Citi 97.3.
Kakra.
I can see that you're all so sad, so quiet. Chiquitita, tell me the truth. I'm a shoulder you can cry on. Your best friend, I'm the one you must rely on. You were always sure of yourself. Now I see you broken and pressed down. Chiquitita, you and I know how the heartaches come and they go and the stars they're leaving. You will be dancing once again and the pain will end. You will have no time for grieving. Chiquitita, you and I cry, but the sun is still in the sky and shining above you. Let me hear you sing once more like you did before. Sing a new song, Chiquitita. Try once more like you did before. Sing a new song, Chiquitita.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
And your love said no love window. All is gone and it seems too hard to handle. Chiquitita, tell me the truth. There is no way you can deny it. I see that you're all so sad, so quiet. Chiquitita, you and I know how the heartaches come and they go and the stars they're leaving. You'll be dancing once again
unmistakable voice of Shikitita. No, this is ABBA, and they call this one Shikitita. Yeah, we love it. Shikitita, dancing queen, money, money, money. Oh my God, you gotta love ABBA. This morning there's a lot on our minds, right? You recall 2 days ago, I replayed the challenges we have had in our urban transport crisis and asked where the buses the state had acquired are. Today in the papers we are told they are going to be deployed tomorrow. The vice president is going to cut the commissioner or cut the sword, and they are going to be in operation. They'll be deployed. I'll bring you details of that. We should be excited. We should be happy. But it looks like without strategic thinking and long-term planning, we'll just be throwing money at the problems we have had for a long time. Are the buses really going to ease our urban transport congestion, or they are going to just add up to the situation? Is there any coordinated plan the ministry is rolling out to ensure that when the buses are rolled out, we benchmark the results against efficiency and we measure those results against time spent in traffic? Have we done some research on these? Have we done some work on that? And then this story about this new China mall built up in Koforidua and the area that otherwise never flooded has started flooding. It's a concerning one to me. Dancing Queen. And as ever, you know we do this show with you all the time. Your feedback, your complaints, your observations, they are an integral part of the show. 0539986996. That's how you can connect with us on WhatsApp. And some of you have sent your dedications, so we'll plug them in shortly. Oh yeah, everyone is enjoying Dancing Queen, including Magdalene Williams. Before I jump into the conversations for the day, happy birthday, my love, Mrs. Juliet Lois Amanu Patrick Nana Ofe. Oh, Patrico is wishing his beloved wife Lois Amanu a happy birthday. The kids, Estelle, Lillian, and Justice, say thank you for the love, care, and sacrifices you give us every single day. Our home, your strength, and your home. Okay, so you are our greatest blessing. We love you. Long and short, we love you. Happy birthday to the love of my life, my amazing husband, Surveyor Dave Yaira Kobla Kumoji. Every day with you is a wonderful addition to my life's journey. May your birthday be showered with love, joy, and countless blessings. We love you always. Kumoji, this is from your dancing queen, Mrs. Tracy Dede Kobla Kumoji, and the kids. Good morning, City. Please help me wish this noble, humble, fun to be with gentleman who celebrates a milestone today. May God continue to increase him, open new opportunities for him, and protect his family. Happy birthday, Mr. Hansel George Kweku Baini from the Friends of GDI Qatar. Happy birthday to our dear sister and daughter Jennifer Kwanza, head customer service, Acacia Health Insurance. We thank God for your life. We love you so much. This is coming from your daddy, your mama, Kobe, Nana, and Nicole. We love you dearly. Loads and loads of birthdays today. happy birthday to Mami Odewa at Ecobank Ghana Kwabenya branch. Thank you for being a rare mix of colleague, solid friend, and a Christmas spirit in human form. Wishing you God's blessings and a year full of cozy moments and everything merry. Mama Blonya, happy birthday. This is coming from Beatrice Maya Hyde of Ecobank Ghana, Medina Central Branch. And everyone is a winner in the Ongalicious Abingwaha promo. Over 4 million CDs worth of cars and prizes to be won. Just look out for the special Ongalicious promo pack. Submit 20 of the powder promo sachets and 20 of the Onga Shrimp tablet promo wrappers. At any of our redemption centers near you, receive a scratch card. Scratch it, reveal your unique code, send it to star 713 star 27 hash. Send win instantly. Cash prizes up to 1,200,000 Ghana cedis. We have deep freezers, smart TVs, kitchen appliances, and more. This promo ends on the 12th of July this year. Hurry, don't miss this opportunity. And if you're dreaming of studying abroad or taking the IELTS test, if you have been scammed before, charged unnecessary fees, please come to IDP Education. We give you free counseling and application support. We help you save money. Your journey begins with us. We offer expert free support for study abroad applications to the UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and Canada. We've helped thousands of students, and you are next. Visit us at Osu Akweje in Edum. We are at Insuasi in Kumasi. 020-256-6614. Call us now. Book your IELTS test today. Speak to our counselors. Take the first step toward your future abroad. And you know that moment when the alarm rings and life is already asking questions. Campus, office, hustle, dreams, all waiting to be changed. Those are moments when you need something that helps you show up and keep going. That's why Cowbell Coffee stays with me every single moment, whether you're grinding for that exam, pushing deadlines at work, or cooking that big next idea. Cowbell Coffee gives you that creamy taste and rich coffee aroma to kickstart your day right, and you can enjoy it anytime. Because success doesn't just happen overnight. It's the little moments, the late mornings, the late nights, early mornings, late nights, and through it all, Cowbell there with you like dancing queen. And before I bring you this concern from a listener that's titled The Shame of Filth in Ghana. The Shame of Filth in Ghana. Godfred, what's it in Yamiana? No, before you get there, Delexis University College is inviting you, students, workers, and the general public. They say if you're looking for world-class education, market-driven professional qualification, or you want to top up your diploma for bachelor's degree, Delexis University College is the best university to help you realize your dreams. We have courses in undergraduate from nursing, midwifery, all the way to cybersecurity and digital forensics. It's a serene teaching environment, ultramodern laboratory. DelexisUniversity.edu.ga. Jump online, you apply there, and you see our facilities and the other courses we run as well. We are located at Tema Community 25 at Peaceby Junction. 0551 198 100. Call this number. Admission is in progress. So this one is troubling me really, and it's coming from a listener who sent this really, really early. And it says, the shame of filth in Ghana. This is the raw cry of every patriotic Ghanaian. We are tired, we are ashamed, and we are angry at the filth that has engulfed our nation. From the smallest towns to the largest cities, Ghana has been swallowed by garbage. And the most disgraceful of all is Accra, our national capital, our supposed beacon of progress. Instead of pride, Accra has become a symbol of neglect and shame. Walk through the streets and you will see it everywhere. Refuse dumped in open spaces, plastic choking our gutters, the stench of rot rising from every corner. Floods come not because of rain alone, but because our drains are clogged with waste. And yet, government agencies, those entrusted with sanitation and order, have failed us. They have turned a blind eye, allowing chaos to reign. The Kanda Highway is the perfect example of this collapse. What should be a clean, busy urban street has been turned into a cattle and camel market. Yes, camels. Camel is a ewe, right? Yeah, I think. This is not a rural village. This is a major road in the heart of Accra. Livestock are sold and reared right on the roadside, mixing with traffic, pedestrians, and filth. This is not just unsanitary. It is dangerous, disgraceful, and a clear indictment of our so-called leaders. Where are the city authorities? Where is the leadership that claims to care about modernization and development? We blame them, every ministry, every municipal assembly, every official who has chosen comfort over responsibility. They make speeches about sanitation day and national pride while Accra drowns in garbage. They have failed to enforce laws, failed to protect the dignity of our people. All of them have abandoned their duty. This is not just filth. It is a national disgrace. It is betrayal. A betrayal of every patriotic Ghanaian who deserves clean streets and a capital city worth of respect and pride. Our leaders must be called out, shamed, and held accountable. The world holds Ghana in high esteem, yet many visitors leave disappointed. We cannot truly claim the title of Gateway to Africa while our streets and communities remain buried under waste. A gateway must inspire, not repel. And until we rise above this crisis, our reputation will remain at odds with reality. And you know what's sad? The particular area that the writer talks about is just a street behind the seat of government. This is the Jubilee House. I mean, every country you go to, when you talk about the cleanliness of some countries, people say, oh, you've just been to the center, and you are making noise. But you've been to rural areas, rural corners, and they're all very clean, right? But ideally, when you go to spaces, the ceremonial streets are clean. The streets that lead to the seat of government, where the organs of government are the institutions that represent our very collective interests and the best of us, they are kept clean. But what do we see here? Right from the airport, recently, I must admit that the medians leading to the airport have been renovated. I see some rockeries and some whistle palms here and there. But for a very long time, from our airport, they are burning refuse, the highway connecting, the CBD to other important parts of the city, filth everywhere, people are burning. I saw video of a street light that is so bent, it's almost falling, is hanging very precariously, nothing is happening. Right behind the Jubilee House, people have cattle, camel, they are defecating everywhere. So people just tip their their stones for quarry or for businesses, sand, everything is bazaar. And it's a very shameful situation here. Yes, the people have a role to play, but who is leading the people? When you enter Ghana at a glance, can you tell there is leadership looking at how we are organized? How we organize our space. Yesterday, Professor Bokpin was delivering a lecture on the IMF, whether or not we'll be going back, and he showed a photo of Ghana, compared it, that is on the IMF's page. Agbogloshi, Nakrofoso Pine, a form ho basa, Bibian Nyama. That's the image of Accra that the IMF, that is on the IMF's website. And he says, Charlie, the image of any nation matters. Pride. The people should have some pride that, Charlie, this should not be our story. And, he said something that I found very profound. He says that in order to have economic stability, you need to also think about your ecological integrity and the planning of your spaces. The city is unkempt. Everywhere is smelling. And we are just throwing money at the problems we have.
No, see, Caleb, I don't know. I don't get upset anymore. I'm just
indifferent.
I can't be indifferent because I live in the city.
Yeah.
I live in the city, but I'm not upset anymore because everybody's supposed to be happy in the city. So the authorities have this notion of do as little as you can to upset the people. and you'll be okay.
Yeah.
So they'll solve a few problems here and there, and by that I mean the municipal authorities, but
so don't ruffle feathers.
I don't know how many times I need to make this point. The rules that apply to a capital are very different from the rules that apply to every other city in a country. So when you say you live in a capital, it means something.
Yeah.
Security is different in the capital. So if you land at an international airport anywhere, and the airport
it's in the national capital.
It's in the capital.
Yeah.
The checks are slightly different.
True.
From if you landed elsewhere in that country. Why? Because you've landed in the heart of the country. Accra at the moment it's like an abandoned child. It's like an abandoned delinquent child.
It's a Kwana swording.
Accra is Kubolo.
And we jano on Nam Street.
Accra or you Kubolo no nam. Or yen your pay, or that time of pay, or sorry time of pay, or the time of pay. We just know time of pay, or baby or pay. Those who speak a can of tree know what I'm saying. So that is what Accra has become. Otherwise, this cattle craze that we have, I've seen the literature that says Accra has expanded into places that were originally grazing grounds for cattle. But then again, that's a matter of planning. If you are growing a city to a certain level, and you should know who lives where, what happens there. So where are you relocating those?
True.
But 5 years ago, we're not sharing streets with cattle and camels and donkeys and horses. So what changed? Obviously, same as everything else, somebody realized that cattle is good business. Or people realize that cattle is good business. So a lot of people have invested in cattle. You would ask yourself, who owned the cattle that running through Accra? Normally, you would think that, a rich man or woman who owns cattle would have the cattle ranch outside. Go check it out. But now, everybody wants the cattle in. So
easy access to market.
So let's do a quick check here. I live in Dansoman. I have a cattle issue there. Constantly. You will meet them on the Achampong High Street every single day. Every day.
Some won't even move for you to pass.
I do not understand how you can live in a residential estate where you can meet 300, 400 head of cattle. It's the concepts that should not exist.
But they do.
But it exists. So I'm just going to draw you a map. If you are going from Dansoman, you join the road. As soon as you hit Kanishi on that road, you will meet cattle. You drive through Kanishi, you join Graphic Road.
Cattle will be waiting for you.
Cattle is waiting for you.
They are at parade.
Cattle. If you use Beach Road, Jamestown, you meet sheep and cattle. If you pass through Adedenkpo, you will meet sheep and cattle. You escape small from the Iyoko, Kwame Nkrumah, Accra Central area. You don't meet cattle there.
Station,
Then you cross Independence Avenue. Ministries. You don't meet cattle. Then you cross to Labadi. You meet cattle.
Yes, that's true. Around trade fair, you find cattle.
You
over
meet
there.
cattle. If you decide to go to Tema using the beach road,
there's cattle
you
there.
will meet cattle. Plenty.
It's a cattle city.
Kaukudi is cattle.
Kaukudi is the headquarters.
The Star Kanda Highway is cattle.
Now Camel is part.
Yes, Camel. I missed my route. Beach Road.
Yes.
Abusio Kan cattle.
Yeah.
The ones I reported yesterday.
Yeah. Around the ICGC
area. So Beach Road, go to Tema, there's cattle. Kaukudi, there's cattle. Those who live in East Legon, have you been meeting cattle? Over
the boundary road, brutal. Boundary road.
Oh, so East Legon has cattle.
On what you're saying?
In fact, you have to stop in the middle of the road and allow them because they've taken the if you're going the incoming side, so you have to allow them. You know,
try and see.
But again, if you look at old Accra, it will show you that used to be a grazing ground for cattle that has become occupied by humans.
Good. So Boteman also had that, and all of that. University farms there.
So just this haphazard drawing and mapping of Accra that I have done over the past 3 minutes of this capital city, from my end to your end.
Oh my God!
Where do you avoid the cattle and the camel? And as for the camel, you see, that's the thing I'm saying, that people sat down and realized. Because apparently the camel milk is quite expensive.
Oh.
Camel meat
is also expensive.
It's expensive as well. So it's become very good business. Have the city authorities realized the increase in the numbers of cattle and camels?
No, apparently Wager also has its own market. That if you go towards the west side of Accra, it also has a very thriving cattle market. So Abeku says we are now new cattle market. New cattle city.
New cattle city.
Yeah, new cattle city.
Hey, from Newcastle to new cattle.
Yeah, new cattle.
You are new cattle. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
And you ask yourself, look at the diseases that are associated with these animals.
Yeah.
We consume them. We understand that. And after we are basically, somebody will say, you are complaining about your food.
Yeah.
Because that is the meat we buy. These are the animals that are feeding us in Accra. So you are complaining about your source of food. Yes, but we will. Because they are supposed to be kept properly.
Yeah.
Mixing us in the same areas is problematic. Now, one of these days, what is going to happen is we are going to have a cow attack somebody's car.
Yeah.
Or somebody will hit somebody's cow.
Yeah.
You will realize that it will become, you have attacked this one, things will get out of hand.
Yeah.
2, you will have a neighborhood that will rise and say, we don't want this here.
No to catch.
There will be a confrontation.
Yeah.
3, you will have a disease outbreak somewhere. City authorities and their NADMO and their CDCs and their whatever will rush to whichever part of town, expend all the resources the state has for something that could have been easily prevented.
Godfred, maybe it's seasonal. So after this season, then it will go back to factory setting.
And me, I ask myself, the veterinary services people, what do they do too? Apart from, because who checks on the health of those animals to go and see that? Because if you go and check on those animals, you know where they are. Your training tells you that you are not supposed to have human beings and animals in that kind of combo. So if you are not seeing the danger, that means you're also not checking the animals. That is also a problem. It's just crazy.
So we are at risk of zoonotic diseases if we leave these things unchecked.
Something will hit us soon.
Oh, man.
You know? But everything is casual in the city. Everything is casual.
No, Charlie.
But the date is I am before Edwin comes in there. You know, the one you described is the back street to the presidency.
Yes.
One morning we will wake up. The front of Jubilee House, the flowers and the grass is green. They will wake up one morning and somebody's head will be there having breakfast. That's the day they will decide to solve that problem.
It's a go to Asalibotre Lakeside. The cattle have chewed all the flowers.
I told you, you can't keep greenery in Dansomano.
It's a problem.
You can't keep giving down so much. They will just eat it.
It's a problem. So it's 5 minutes past 8, and Edwin Kofi joins us with more on what's trending online. We call it Tech and Social Media Trends. Tech and Social Media Trends is brought to us by Telesale. Cattle is trending on our show today. Godfred Akoto, Odum says New Cattle City. Accra's nickname now is New Cattle City. I don't know what else is trending online.
Well, you began by saying talking about the shame of filth in Ghana, right?
Yeah.
Well, are we really ashamed?
We've lost shame, eh?
No, I think we've lost shame because I saw a video trending on social media of two women who had dumped rubbish into onto the ground. Of course, it rained over the last few days.
They were topless, right?
They were topless.
And they were heaping their refuse into a very small drain that was already overflowing.
Exactly. Oh, gosh. It was a terrible sight to see. People are calling for them to be identified and prosecuted. But the thing is, it's not an isolated incident. There's a lot of that happens across, especially Accra, but in other areas as well. And we've seen several videos of them. These are the ones that were filmed. So what about the ones that haven't been filmed, the ones that keeps happening all over the capital, and it obviously leads to a lot more deaths, leads to more diseases, leads to Accra in a filthy state. So terrible issue there, and it's trending on social media. Hopefully we find them and they are dealt with appropriately. So now let's move on to another issue. So recently, the Ghana Standards Authority has been conducting a number of operations across the country, shutting down a number of shops for substandard goods, selling substandard goods or producing substandard goods. Also, recently, the Ashaman branch of the China Mall, sections of it was shut because of substandard goods, and it led to people showing off some of the goods, particularly mattresses.
Because cutting the side and showing us the floors in the mattress.
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
one floor, second floor,
one
third
that
floor.
I saw was just cardboard.
Cardboard in the mattress.
Cardboard, paper wrap, bubble wrapped, and all that in mattresses. And obviously, back pain. It's substandard. We don't want Ghanaians to have any of these substandard goods. Ghanaians deserve better. Generally, Ghanaians deserve better, and selling them these substandard products is and should always be considered.
I hope
wrong.
beyond shutting such outfits down, we surcharge them for the pain they've caused people, and individuals who've suffered some, wrong can take this up and sue the company.
We hope they
for
get
some compensation.
Because obviously some are a little exaggerated, jumping on the trend, but
I can imagine
a lot of them are pretty genuine, going to shops expecting to get, if not the best quality, at least good enough quality that you don't have to complain about. And a lot of them aren't of the right quality for Ghanaians. And obviously, as you said, they need to be surcharged as well. A number of shops have been closed down by the Standards Authority, but I feel that it's a more widespread problem.
So when we can get further clarification whether the factories are being asked to suspend operations to do the right thing, or they have been shut down completely.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's a good follow-up.
It is a good follow-up. Okay, so now let's move to some football news. And last night was the Europa League final. We have to talk about it because there's a lot going on currently. So Aston Villa, they are European League champions. A very dominant performance in the final, and it cements Unai Emery's place as the king of the Europa League. He's been to 6 Europa League finals. He's won 5 of them with 4. He's been to 6 finals with 4 different clubs. Won 5 of those trophies. The only club he didn't win with was Arsenal. He's won with Sevilla, won with Villarreal, and now won with Aston Villa. So brilliant performance from him. But he's also guided Aston Villa to the Champions League for next season via qualification, via winning the Europa League final. But it's now thrown up a complex situation where we could have 6 Premier League teams in the Champions League next season.
Okay.
That's only if Aston Villa finish outside of the top 4 places, and we could have Bournemouth or Brighton going to the Champions League next season. And it's interesting because these two teams are known as mid-table, maybe relegation threatened. Maybe yes, they are not considered elite. To have them in the Champions League next season would be a really, really big deal. So
Nice.
Aston Villa's win in the Europa League has just given other teams an opportunity to take advantage.
Some impetus, eh?
Yes.
Like that.
Now let's move to the Black Starlets. Yes, unfortunately,
Black
they didn't-
Starlets.
Yes, the Black Starlets. Unfortunately, they don't make it into the quarterfinals of the Under-17 AFCON. They've been kicked out of the tournament despite beating South Africa by 3-1. Yes, it's very unfortunate because it's a solid team that we expected more from, but there's still a chance they can make it to the World Cup.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's
through
good.
the playoff route. But it's how they fail to qualify for the quarterfinals that's got everyone talking.
How did that happen?
So they finished level on points and basically everything else with Algeria.
Right.
So the qualifier had to be determined by a draw of lots. Yes. So
That's
they drew
painful.
lots. They drew lots and Algeria won and the Black Starlets are out. We don't see it usually, so when it comes up, it's a big deal, and particularly when it involves a Ghanaian national team.
Right.
So unfortunate for the team, but
Too
we
bad.
hope they eventually make it to the World Cup. Now some tech
Wish
news.
them well.
Yes, all throughout the week I've been bringing you tech stories. Today I want to go back to recommending a tech tool that you can use to make your work better.
Tell me.
Today I'm talking about Beeper.
Beeper.
Yes. So we all have a lot of social media platforms. Sometimes you have TikTok, you have Twitter, Telegram, WhatsApp. It's difficult to keep up with all the messages on these platforms because you have to open one app, go to another app, check the messages. Yes. So Beeper allows you to put all those together.
Okay.
So once you sign in, you log into your account, you can get messages from each of the apps all together. So it indicates which app you are getting messages from. So if it's WhatsApp, it comes as WhatsApp. If it's Telegram, it comes as Telegram. So it's basically one app that you get all your messages in. So you don't have to move from app to app to app.
Let me ask, are there people who are on like 5 social media apps at a go or something? Because I'm like, that is overwhelming.
Yeah, it's very overwhelming.
That is WhatsApp, some groups, you open it, 1,000 messages.
You can't
like,
deal with it.
What's going on here?
So you get to customize with Beeper. You get to customize. You select which groups, which people you get messages from, and also which apps you get messages from. So it helps you.
I will not add up to the stress. That's another app, bro. That's another app.
You
I'm not going to delete some. No, that's why
with this app, you basically cancel out 4 apps at a go. You only use one. So
with just the Beeper, you can have access to all the social media platforms. So you delete all the rest and have just Beeper.
You can delete all the rest and just have Beeper. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Once you sign it to Beeper.
And your Beeper.
You're sorted.
Beeper. Here we come. Now let's take a social media trends. Thank you, Edwin.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me gobetete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want town. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Abochuki babidie, unya sankofa. Pepe soup where you know what? Pepe sankofa. Sankofa pepper powder. Esheshi raw. Sankofa pepper powder. Me pa ujabu. Esheshi. Sankofa pepper powder. Me pa ujabu. Esheshi. Me pa ujabu. Esheshi. Me pa ujabu. Esheshi. Me
Sankofa pepper powder.
FDA aji ejade nkrato yatum.
With the recent increase in electricity tariffs and fuel prices, power, although unreliable, has become expensive, and owning a noisy generator becomes a headache rather than luxury. For an affordable and durable electricity solution, you need to go solar with Translight. Feel the independence, experience the comfort, and be productive. Translight Solar. Wherever there is sunlight, there is Translight. Think solar. Think Translight. Locate us at 98 Boundary Road, East Legon, in between ARS and the American House at the White House bus stop. Visit our website at translightsolar.com. Call us on 0504-249-229 or 0206-542-454 or reach us through email info@translightsolar.com.
Every day, I wake up and realize that my child's day depends on the choices I make. The clothes she wears, the water she drinks, and the food I select make all the difference. I do all this with love. Cerelac gives you more ways to show love to your child. The Cerelac wheat you have trusted for years now has a no refined sugar variant, both made with equal care and love. Because when it comes to your children, every choice matters. Cerelac. More choice, same trusted nourishment.
This advert is FDA approved.
Charlie, trim I'm nice. I get some serious meeting. Allah, motion. But Charlie, no credit today. Oh, but you relax. More day.
Hey, what funny.
Yes, so I borrow small, sort myself out, I pay back. We move. Spot there. Ah, Charlie, you sure say you dey pay back? Yes, so that anytime somebody else they need them, Momo day. Be like I for can't borrow some more. Hey, you this boy. Don't go there and disgrace yourself. Allah motion.
Responsible borrowing be the real flexible for today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. Borrow, sort them, pay back. Momo day.
More flights, more flexibility from Accra. Fly conveniently with Air Peace and enjoy 25 non-stop flights weekly from Accra effective 1st April 2026. Now offering multiple daily non-stop flights from Accra to Lagos, giving you more options and greater convenience. Travel further across the region with non-stop flights from Accra to Freetown on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and Accra to Monrovia on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays and Sundays. You can visit us at the Terminal 3 Departure Hall at the Accra International Airport or our sales office on the first floor of the UNA Home Building adjacent to Marina Mall, Airport City, Accra. Contact us on +233 200 827 609 or +233 501 619 339 or via email at accra.pse@flyairpeace.com. Air Peace, your peace, our goal.
Madam, give me fufu and lice soup, please. Do you have beef?
Yes, please.
Give me. Do you have salmon?
Yes.
Give me. Do you have tilapia?
We have.
When your money starts to work for you, there will be signs. Invest with EDC today.
How many?
Just keep going until I say stop.
Find out about EDC's investment products and start today. Financial independence is possible with EDC.
For further assistance, call 0326 34165.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
A rap for the last two. And your high buffalo, and your training for. And Suti, you want Bassa, focus here, execution entertainment. Yadeba. Whoa, yeah. Ghana, my baby. Kanumia Huyako. Yabiani Akadro. Whoa, yeah. Ghana, my baby. Kanumia Huyako. Yabiani Akadro. And
20 after 8, and this morning we are discussing how chaotic, disorganized our city has become. Filthy. Filth everywhere, stench everywhere, and now we've added a cattle crisis. Everywhere you pass, cattle will be greeting you on the road. There is camel in addition. Now we got to do the right thing. And citizens are also tipping their refuse into drains that are already choked while it's raining. How do we progress like this? We cannot do that. We are calling on the relevant state authorities to end their wage. Our city is too filthy. We deserve better. We are not proud of what we are seeing. I have your messages. And I have the man and the lady in the studio. We'll get into it some more. In the meantime, I go Ghana, tired of the Accra hustle and traffic. Take a quick escape to the cool, peaceful mountains of Ebri at Beposo Wellness Resort. Whether it's for business, a weekend break, or pure relaxation, Beposo gives you calm, comfort, and fresh mountain air. Perfect place to rest and reset. And it's only a 30-minute drive from Accra. Visit once and you will never want to leave. Asumdre Kesia 0200 557 BeposoResort.com is where to visit to book today. Beposo Wellness Resort, peace lives here. And everyone is a winner in the Ungalicious Abingwaha promo. We have more than 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes up for grabs. Look out for the special Ungalicious promo packs. Submit 20 Unga powder promo sachets and 20 Unga shrimp tablet promo wrappers at any redemption center. You will receive a scratch card. Review the unique code when you scratch. Send that code to *713*27#. You will win instantly. Cash prizes are up to 200,000 cedis. Deep freezer, smart TVs, kitchen appliances, all up for grabs. This ends on the 15th of July, so look sharp. Life has a way of showing up uninvited. 1 minute everything is fine, no drama. Then the next minute reality hits differently. Hospital bills, emergencies, expenses, all showing up. That's why IO annual cover got you covered. With just a yearly premium of 159 Ghana cedis, 264 Ghana cedis, or 396 Ghana cedis for yourself or a family member, you get up to 16,125 Ghana cedis to support funeral expenses and more than 300 cedis daily hospital cash benefit per night. You can add up to 6 family members from 1 to 69 years to your policy. Sign up, it's quick. Log on to your Momo app, go to financial services, select insure, tap on IO and follow the prompts. Dial *928# *928*101#, select annual cover and sign up in seconds. IO Ghana on Facebook and Instagram, that's where you can visit. Today I want to celebrate 2 special people who are celebrating their birthday. Mr. Clemens Kwesi Boajo Asempapa, aka Togbi of Abutia 30, who turned 100 years yesterday. My big brother Alex Selom Kweku Atiomba, good health, Godspeed. This is coming from John Kakali. Happy blessed birthday to DJ Achifa of XYZ Broadcasting Limited. Enjoy your day from all your DJ friends. Wishing Nancy, Marketing Officer 21st May Gold Coast Roasters, a happy birthday. May this year bring you bold ideas and fresh opportunities. And this one quickly, happy birthday to Prophet Forson Amedeka. Continue mentoring generations from Doji Chifuja Boji. Good morning. I want to celebrate 2 special people. Okay, just took care of that shortly, a short while ago. And just before I get to your messages, GCB Bank is making business simpler, faster, and smarter with digital solutions designed for every business. Run payroll, make vendor payments, and approve transactions on the go with GCB Bank online banking. Pay bills, school fees, and buy forms instantly with GCB Pay. For importers and corporates, GCB ePay makes customs duty and institutional payments fast and secure. Businesses can also accept payments seamlessly through GCB POS, GHQR, or instant confirmation. Wherever your business goes, GCB Bank is with you. Call 03080 47998 or email businessexpress@gcb.com.gh to get started today. GCB Bank is your bank for
Minister, drop the shot, so
and Samuel Attah-Mensah joins us as well. Good to have you, Papa Sam. Godfred and Francisca is here as well. I remember a while ago, the mayor of Kumasi warned that if he saw your cattle straying in the city, he will slaughter it and send the carcass to the prisons to feed the inmates and all. People thought his approach was a bit, radical, and they thought that he should take his time and there should be a human face approach to solving the chaos and the stray cattle we have today. It's caught up in a more dramatic manner in the national capital. Cattle everywhere, with goats and sheep. Camel has joined it, and everywhere you go, just as I mean, Godfred can say, so when they are sitting in Absa, Charlie. No. They chew the green grass. They chew the. I don't know.
Second,
the camels.
I don't know.
How? Where did they pass? Where
new addition?
Where did they pass?
I don't know.
To get into the city.
I don't know.
Who checked?
Honestly, I don't know.
Who inspects?
And when you pay close attention, some of the guys who are following the cattle are younger boys. I know we've talked about zoonotic diseases, transfer from one animal to humans and the spread of same. We have issues on the continent with all these things. We can't just leave things unchecked like that. And the city is also filthy on top.
Yesterday, on the Kanda Highway, on the left side of the road, if you are headed towards, let's say you're coming to the office, so on the left side, you have a lot of very expensive office space on the side of the road. But
you mean the Kanda side?
Yes, on the left side. The side that will take you to
Gold House.
The road that takes you to Gold House. Yes,
that's the road that takes you to captured yesterday. 3 of them.
It's an open market to the point where they've written the prices of the animals on the animals. And so you are in your expensive office building, and then the wall, directly behind the wall, is a market for
market, livestock,
and whatever.
It devalues your property, no?
On the side of the road. And that is why the road has also started flooding. Yesterday when it rained, half of that road was impassable.
Wow.
You couldn't drive on the right side of the road.
Already it's a traffic hotspot.
Yes, we could.
During rush hour.
And already we are already sharing that road because it's a nighttime parking spot or a daytime parking spot, whichever way it is, for such an important. Is it a high street or a highway? It is not. It's a high street. There are always cars parked on it, but I don't see street parking allowed. SMS was talking about something yesterday. The city could make so much money.
Yeah.
All you need to do is just go around and find every single vehicle you see. Not clamp, just find them. If there was a system in place. Because from one end of the road, from the Czech embassy, all the way to Old Decathlon, Gold House, it's a car park on the side of the road. How? Then on the right side is the cattle ranch as well. The city authorities need to wake up a bit to explain to us how they have allowed us to be invaded by this and how it's not being checked. And you see, at the moment, because nobody checked it at the onset, nobody can do anything with it. So I spoke to my MC about this. I complained because there have been several instances. In fact, the other time, I was headed towards the bank, and a lot of people had to stop their vehicles because the path to the bank
was taken over
had been taken over by cattle at 11 a.m. in the morning.
This is not
so I went to him and he says, he's trying. And I said, what's the issue? He's spoken to the owners because we know the owners. They're on the other side of the road. They're on the Tunga side.
Right.
That keep the animals down there. Don't let them come up. He said the people had agreed because he says he doesn't have the vehicles to impound the animals.
Okay.
If he says he's seizing them, what can he do? Where will he take them? So the people too said they will obey the time that they have been given, but it doesn't happen. What else can be done?
what else can be done? Because, like you said, the Kumasi man said he will shoot them.
Yeah.
After shooting them, who will carry the cows? Does he have the staff to carry the cows?
Yeah, my uncle. Straight to my uncle. You know my uncle.
I mean, my uncle.
I want his sign. One time.
It's how are you going to deal with that matter? You see, and I don't know. There's some magic trick about the way they head the cattle. You never see the human beings with the cattle.
Yeah.
But if you touch one, you have a problem. You only see the cattle. You never see the headers. You can see 60, 70 at a go, but you don't see the headers.
Yeah.
But they are there, and they know their way home. How do we allow unsupervised cattle to roam through a modern city? How?
Look, we have joining us on the line now Dr. Benjamin Kisisasu. He's a risk communication officer with the veterinary services.
Oh, okay.
So we want to hear from him whether we are blowing this out of proportion or is a genuine concern that we should pay attention to. Doc, thank you for joining us on the show this morning. Has the proliferation, I don't know the word, but the spread of stray cattle all over the city caught your attention? Is it as concerning to you as it is to us here?
Yes. Good morning to your channel listeners, and thanks for the opportunity for allowing veterinary service to contribute to the discussion. Yes, it is. I think for the past 7 days, this attention has been drawn, and we have told our officers to quickly look at the issues. We all know the Muslim celebration is at the corner as it's coming this week, and seeing those influx have become a problem. But we wanted to take the issue one by one. Veterinary services, the Competent Authority for Animal Health and Welfare, and currently the issues that we are dealing with are specific. Looking at our laws, they date back as 1961, which for the past 10 years we have had to review our laws so that we can handle all the specific issues that come. Because we give out work permits from where to move from one place to another, looking at whether they will carry disease to another place. Now, when it comes to where they should be, whether livestock market or a ranch, the assembly, local assembly, the city authorities, they give a space for where those animals should be kept. But before they do that, they need to conduct veterinary service to give a technical advice whether where it's sited, is it going to affect human life and also the animal, because if you are setting up, put animals near to noisy areas and all those things, which for a long time people don't pay attention to. All this is an issue because of the horning of a car, the sound, and even leading them to crossroad. Car accidents can happen, the animal can be affected, and human being can be affected. But over the years, I've seen a big gap between the assembly and veterinary. At our district level, we have vet officers across the country who attend assembly meetings. And when it comes to these issues, they sometimes do not involve our people. That's why we are saying that for the past 10 years, we are asking for our laws to be changed to address these specific issues. And lucky the new minister have assured us it has been for 10 years. We are hoping, as by their promise and manifesto, look at it so that these issues will be attended to. Because we are all not being happy. Even this morning, driving from Weja to Laboni, just at Malam Interchange, I just see another structure which yesterday wasn't there. So quickly this morning, I just drew the attention of the head office, the person in charge, to call the district to find out why this setup has been brought. It wasn't there. It is just added. And this is becoming too much because like everybody taking the laws now. But the issue is that the land space is given by local assembly. And they are the landlord. So it's like if they don't cooperate with us or take the advice of veterinary services, we will still have this issue pending and become so nuisance to the public. And we agree to what you are talking about. As we said, we still can't not do things just like that. Because there are rules around siting of those livestock markets or branches across the country. We don't just, because people are supposed to come for operational permits from veterinary service according to the Meat Inspection Regulation LI 2020. But all these are issues that people are not paying attention to. People just cite anyhow.
Dr. Benjamin, in addition to the cattle, we see now horses and camels. Has that come to your attention as well?
Yes, I think yesterday with the team that's media scanning, we saw camel, if I'm right, around Kakudi or sometimes area. People have just put up a structure just there and say, wow, all these are issues of concern. one, who gave them the space, and where are they coming from, and was a movement permit given to them? What was stated? Where were they going to be sent to? Because if the person will have those documents, because before a vet officer will issue a permit, we ask you where are you sending it to and what purpose? Are you sending it for breeding? Are you sending it to the livestock market? All these are issues that we quickly have to. So this morning, looking at the cases happening, I just reported to head office before attending to another meeting to see how they could quickly call the attention of local assembly and see whether we can change the structure. But I'm hoping we'll get the full cooperation from them because they are the landlord. If you tell them and they won't allow you, they say they have given the space, it becomes an issue. But if our laws have been reviewed and given us more power, even calling the security services to help us to get these things off will be helped. The good aspect that at least some part of the law would say that we should register the places, give us some powers. But government fighting with government becomes another issue. You go for the security service and you go and you say local assembly of a certain area of giving this area to the people can become another issue of who is supposed to see. Because the places we are seeing are not places of private owned. These are community areas, places that are owned by the government.
Doug, I'll ask you about the limitations of the law when it comes to enforcement, for which you are looking at some reviews here and there. But what are the public health concerns of this trend as we are seeing it?
Yes, so for the law, it's looking at where animals in movement, they don't bring diseases to other areas because some of the diseases can affect humans. It's also looking at siting of the place, which will involve environmental protection agency, looking at the waste that to come from the place of abode for the animals, so that the residential facilities don't get affected with. But the problem is that there are penalties in there. But since it was passed with assembly being aware, there be an issue with. They said they are the landowners. They sometimes go ahead, give business permits or places to a person without ensuring that of veterinary service comes in. Well, ideally, it should be before when somebody come apply to us, we check whether the person has gotten a business permit from assembly, then go do our assessment before we issue it out. But all these things have become a thing that some also some Ghanaians or some foreigners who also come to the industry know that once the local assembly has been in the States, they do not care to come for that of veterinary because they know what they are doing or the place that was given to them is wrong. So they don't come until once in a while we do a task force and go around to do a crackdown before. And that's when we normally face issues because it becomes another government agency implicated because it was given by the sister organization. So we are looking at sitting down the round table with local assembly and looking at the modalities that will help solve this issue for the people of the people of Ghana.
So I see that you mentioned that at the local government level, there isn't a solid collaboration between the veterinary officers you have and the district assemblies, and you've called for some amendments to the laws. What are the limitations legally that is a challenge now?
So the law stating that should somebody set up or should they be given permits, the penalties, and we're going to close the place. Those are the limitations that we have. And the bylaws, the local assembly, they have the laws checking stray animals moving around. That one is not in our law, and it's in the local assembly. So if the local assembly don't apply the bylaws, so if you listen to most of the radio discussions, I think Ashanti region, there was a directive by the mayor in the Ashanti region, and people were, because they are supposed to make sure stray animals are not found on our road. And as well to do that in collaboration with veterinary, as we know, we will know how to get these animals taken from the road because of how to handle them, because you don't take care. You cannot just say anybody to go and manage them. And they also have to let us look at places that when we go for these stray animals, we are going to keep them and make sure they are fed and go by the rules, the bylaw which says that they can be auctioned after some days, so the owners don't come for it. So that collaboration is also lacking. And because the law is not on our side, it's not the local assembly, they choose when and when they want to do it. So as it were, if they see it of a need, they will do it. If not, but if it was in our domain, explicit veterinary service must make sure these stray animals and all those things are that we will have made sure, because for our work, because our mandate is more of animal welfare and animal health and protecting public health, we will have gone in full force and you can't see we'll choose when and when to manage these issues.
So, Dr. Benjamin Kisisasu is the man we are talking to. He's a risk communications officer with the veterinary services. And, Doc, so still on the matter, within your mandate now, and looking at the concerns we all have now, what is your outfit doing to ensure that there isn't any zoonotic disease outbreak in any way?
So 2 things. As soon as possible, we'll start engaging for public awareness. I think as we are speaking this morning, I think people are hearing that, one, anybody who wants to go into livestock market, who want to go to animal farming or some other facility, must visit the nearest veterinary services for registration, for entity stability. And 2, we start to let people know about the current law about meat inspection. And also, on the other side, let the management have a meeting with the local assembly and hope to have a directive issued to the local assemblies across the country of what they need to do and have the collaboration. These are the 2 key things that we would like to ask for. And we'll do that also involve the security services and the police, because we know by how much some will try to be, will try not to cooperate, and those people, we need to go in the security services to manage those people.
We'll leave it here. Thank you for... Okay, so please hold on. Godfred has a question.
Yeah, Doc. Yes. Just a final one. This one is a compassionate complaint I am making. They are maltreating some cattle and horses and camels at Abosiokai.
Okay.
Yes, they are maltreating them. So please.
They are maltreating them. Good.
Yes, go ahead.
The place. We'll quickly ask
no, I'm telling you the place. ICGC, the old ICGC, yes, right in front of it.
I'll make sure. Yes, somebody will go there today to get a report. And
no, Doc, it's not a report. Too. They are maltreating. I'm telling you, they are maltreating the animals. I've seen it for months. There are horses, camels, and cattle. They are eating e-waste.
Oh, because this thing has.
So go and check. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So that was Benjamin Kisisasu. He is the risk communications officer at the veterinary services. Ladies and gentlemen,
did you hear him?
He said, wow.
Oh.
I said, see that camera.
I think we all had a bit of reaction when he alluded to the Islamic celebration coming close and the cattle we are seeing. But to be fair to the facts, I think, and I stand to be corrected by Uncle Sam, he's done more journalism years than I have. But this cattle herders problem, or this, this typical, or I don't know how to call it, but we've created our own ranching style in Ghana. Okay, it didn't start today. I remember years back, as a young journalist, several reports about cattle invading people's farms. We were reporting these matters conflicts, largely in the rural areas and in farmlands, and we reported of several conflicts between irate herders and community members destroying farms, assaulting community members. It doesn't appear that it doesn't appear we solved the problem, or the attempt to solve the problem was successful, because now that problem has evolved and moved on from the rural areas, and we are being confronted with similar in urban areas. Okay, doing a bit of research, and you were asking him about the laws around this rearing of cattle, and we do not necessarily have a ranching law in Ghana, but he was correct and apt when he said that these are under the bylaws that are regulated, or that the assemblies
and the local government
are supposed to enforce. There are bylaws as to how you can keep cattle. Okay, I remember, I think 2017, and I'll bring you a bit of research from KNUST that looked at the politics and the violence surrounding ranching in Ghana. Okay, there's been the national policy on ranching, cattle ranching. This was, I think, in 2017. There were some efforts in the 1990s as well. There were some efforts under the Kufuor, the erstwhile Kufuor government as well. But the policy a policy came into force in 2017 that sought to create over 200-acre ranch where you can have the cattle there, do the grazing, etc. Okay, it doesn't appear that the group that managed this was successful, because not only did the cattle and their herders not stay there, but they moved into rural communities, and now they are in the urban spaces as well. When you want to go into the business of this cattle, okay, you first need, because the spaces are regulated, you first need a permit from your MMDA. The Metropolitan Municipal District Assemblies,
So
they
the
need
question
to.
is, all the mini cattle ranches, not to cut you, but for all the mini cattle ranches we are seeing along our major roads,
We need to know whether or not there's a permit that the assemblies have been given, and this permit is not given, or the permits are not given just like that. So that if Godfred is making reference to the Kaukudi stretch where you see the part of the sidewalk being used as a ranch, the assembly grants a permit for that to happen, for the space which is supposed to be a pedestrian to be used as a ranching space. And then the bylaws also regulate the open grazing. They are not supposed to have the cattle moving in residential spaces, urban centers, commercial centers. We are not supposed to be driving on a highway in Kaukudi or in East Legon, and there are cattle there moving around, and nor are they supposed to move around without an individual supervising them. Godfred talked about how the cattle are able to move without any human being around them, but it seems like there's a track they are following. They will meet the master somewhere or the herder somewhere. All of these are in violation of the bylaws, and so it comes back to our district municipal and district chief executives. It comes back to the local government minister, why this is happening and why we are not succeeding in dealing with this problem. Some of the cattle even come from neighboring countries. So do we even know the processes that they have to go through, whether they are lawfully in the country, whether they are grazing lawfully? The final thing for me will be that if you look at how they are able to take over the road, okay, that is also a concern, because that is a road safety issue. Okay, if you are driving and you are just confronted with cattle, sometimes there's a herder with them, sometimes there's no herder with them. That is a problem. And then the public health concern that you raised. If you are having cattle from we don't know where, we don't know who owns them, we don't know sometimes who is even moving them, we don't know if they've been permitted from one space to another, they carry diseases. Some of the diseases can be transferred to human beings. That is in violation of the Public Health Act. Who is doing anything about that? It comes back to me, the assemblies need to enforce the laws.
So we have failed to plan our spaces for human occupation, and we failed to plan for animals too. So now it's an animal from human beings, and animals are living together. It's a mishmash of everything, and it's really an unfortunate development.
The difficulty with, and sorry to catch you, Uncle Sam, the difficulty with knowing who owns these cattle, because a lot of the time they
is it difficult?
Well, because a lot of the time they
destroy. That's what he said.
Until then, they destroy farmlands, they destroy property, and then when you try to, get compensated for the destruction or pursue,
forget it.
Exactly. But these are not cheap. The cattle are not cheap. They are definitely owned by people who have the means. But it's so difficult to get to know the ownership beyond who the headsman is.
Yeah.
People are going to sell these cattle or livestock for hard-earned money. Likely they are not going to pay any taxes. They are going to disrupt our spaces, leave it unkempt, and we just look on. Nothing gets done.
It has not been the case all this while. It's not been like this all this while. So, say, look at this Kanda highway you talk about. I've been using this road for the better part of the last, if you like, 40 years.
Right.
And I'm saying that it's only gotten worse because somebody initially allowed it. That's it. mean, if you allow in human settlements, you see what you allow.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And it can only get worse. And we haven't even, since we started talking about this thing a few weeks ago, we haven't heard the authorities make any effort at resolving the issues. Okay. The bylaws are there. They may not be the most effective, but at least it could help. But where are the resources for the assemblies?
Yeah. Okay.
The assemblies, where are the resources? Which vehicle are they supposed to use to go and ferry these animals? Which lawyers are they supposed to use to now go and prosecute people, unless they go and queue at Attorney General too? You see, what I'm saying is that we have created a problem, and there's a convenience that authorities have by looking away and allowing media to just bathe in the mess. So, media, wait until one day, you that you are listening to me in authority, one day a cattle will cross your speeding vehicle and something happens to you, and you will know that what we are saying requires that you hear and act. What does it take to have laws governing this kind of conduct? You'll be driving. Now they are in Northridge, they are in Roman Ridge.
Laboni
Junction. They cross the road to the Kiliwili cellar.
You're going to buy Kiliwili.
Charlie, but this is bad.
But you see, why should we be discussing a thing like this today, 2026?
It's so shy.
You see, again, let's not even talk about the Western world and how they do it. No, that's too far.
Yeah.
Go to Zimbabwe.
Oh, Zim.
Go to Zimbabwe and see how, even in Zimbabwe, people even rear cattle in their homes. In their homes. But you wouldn't dare allow one cow
to stray.
You won't. In some cases, you will go to jail, you yourself.
For the cattle straying.
I am telling you. But this is Ghana. We Ghana, the first independent one, the first the first this. And as we are talking now, all of us here talking, don't be surprised if a government official is going for traveling outside the country to go for a workshop on how to manage cattle in the city.
No, and take per diem.
This is what happens. All the problems that we keep talking about. Every day, a government official is traveling, using tax money to travel and then go and go for whatever workshop, seminars on how to solve their problems. When they go, they just go and take their per diem and go and sleep. And the problems are there. They leave it for media. What I can't stand in my world is when we are talking about these problems. Then the people who are supposed to solve the problem will be sending you a message that Charlie, Mumbo hope you.
Can you imagine? Yes. The person who has the mandate to solve the problem.
Yes. The people who are supposed to, and the worst one, the people who could have solved it and have lost elections and they are sitting home.
We have no shame.
They come as if they are advising. You are advising who? When they gave you the mandate to solve it, you didn't solve it. Then when we are talking, you are coming to advise. Charlie, how?
No, you see, talking about traveling on exchange programs to go.
It's not exchange, capacity building. They call it capacity building.
Capacity building. You know, when we're in Namibia, we went to their animal board. They have animal board because they export beef a lot. And they took us through how it's done. Pitched to the Ghanaian businesses or business people who had come along because they have a lot of leather because of the cattle, wildlife, both.
And they don't eat kehru.
They don't eat willy, unfortunately.
Yeah, kehru.
And it's available for our business people. But the thing is such that they want their beef to be world class, such that every cattle, there's a QR code on every carcass. So that if they export it and it goes to Europe, it goes anywhere and it doesn't meet the standard and they return the carcass, they are able to trace the carcass to the farm where it came from. And you, the farmer, you are going to be punished because it becomes a dent on the nation's ability to export into the markets they are hoping to do that. So there are QR codes on the beef or the carcass. They're able to trace it to the ranch or the kraal and follow up with the farmers.
Ghana, we have what you're talking about. Tracking cattle.
Oh,
yes, we have.
For
we
the,
actually
for
have.
the large, for the large
Mr.
ranches that export tribute.
It is witchcraft. Oh, it's witchcraft. Oh. You see what in Ghana there's something we call China Jebu. You know China Jebu? China. The China no with the cow. Where he lose control. He dey everywhere. Yes. You understand? When they tell you that here to China Jebu, it means that Charlie, you should hit your head against some wall and go and sleep.
Charlie,
they are all over the place. All over the place. All over the place. Oh.
No.
So you have unregistered vehicles all over the place. Nobody's checking.
Unregistered cattle.
Unregistered cattle.
Unregistered camel.
Unregistered camel.
Unregistered boats.
Everything unregistered. Meanwhile, the worst one is while you are seeing, you see some 3 policemen in the hood who have stopped some truck driver exchanging pleasantries with them. So Ghana police, they are interested in road traffic and how they can engage drivers. So when you are driving out of the ground.
Have you been to Alajo proper before?
Okay.
Have you been there?
Yeah, yes.
Oh please.
Not inside, not inside,
so
but
proper. Just say no and let's go.
Periphery, no. Yes.
The doctor you spoke to, if he goes there, he'll collapse.
Because Kaugudu say, wow.
No, if Abusi is wow, if he goes to Alaju, he will collapse.
He go pass out there.
And I have a message for him, though. Says that the irony is that in front of veterinary headquarters in Accra, near the Lagina Hospital, there are cattle grazing in the median and walking the streets from Laboni Junction to La Olympia. I don't know La Olympia. This is somebody who lives in the area. So he says the cattle is waving at the veterinary service office, say hi to them.
This is
a couple of messages on the matter, Caleb. Let me just read it for you.
Please go ahead. Because there is this one that says that the Tema Accra-bound train derails after collision with stray cattle at Aveno. And it's a story on graphic.
As for the Aveno,
21st. It's today. Fresh story.
Yes.
Fresh story. 8:25.
Aveno is the capital.
Oh,
this Aveno here.
Aveno is the capital.
Accra.
Do you know Aveno Terror Park?
No.
Where the ECG.
Their pylons are.
No, there's a massive ECG.
The office
there. Yeah, that is the Terror Park.
Charlie,
that is the HQ.
It's bad. This shouldn't be happening. Tema Accra-bound train derails after collision with stray cattle at Aveno in Accra. The crash or accident happened after 2 cows strayed into the railroad. It resulted in commuters getting stranded as they could not continue their journey. More to follow soon, and that's all. And this is as fresh as it gets, just this morning. So imagine all the people who are there, the businesses they are going to transact, everything comes to a standstill. Nothing works. A whole railway line, a train is its journey is disrupted because 2 cattle have just crossed there.
That's not the West. The West news is that nobody cares.
What are we doing here?
We are comfortable.
Too comfortable.
George from Tema says, I grew up in the barracks. Burma camp, to be precise. It was common to see the military police coming to the barracks with their big star trucks to catch free-range livestock. Stray dogs were also shot in the street. Unclaimed livestock was used for the end-of-year wasa. This was an effective control mechanism, and I think our assemblies should adopt it. That's all. This is Laboni Junction every morning at 8 a.m.
Yeah, she sent a photo.
Yeah, they are literally a security road risk and a health hazard to every human being in the area. We have policemen stationed at Nyaneba Estate who look on without any intervention. Should we sit here until some unknown disease strikes us all? This is now from Osu. Good morning. The crowd on the Kanda Highway leaves much to be desired and exposes the state of our institutions and those in charge. Where are the MPs, MCEs, and chiefs? Right next to where the animals are kept is TZ flour that is being dried. Are we really serious? Powerful
Mimi.
Let me read it again. Mimi, I like your message. Good morning. The crowd on the Kanda Highway leaves much to be desired and exposes the state of our institutions and those in charge. Where are the MPs, MCs, and chiefs? Right next to where the animals are kept, there's TZ flour that is being dried. Are we really serious in the city of Accra? Bright from Afariwa says, I want to reiterate the issue being discussed about the increasing presence of cattle on our streets. Tulaku, Afariwa, and Community 22. This morning, some of the cattle bumped into my car, causing a dent to my fender on my way to work. So very frustrating and annoying. Good morning. Have you guys seen the new location at Kalkudi? Cattle and Camelo. It's crazy. They nearly destroyed my car on Tuesday. Bright Blavo from Ashoma. You see this thing that Asamoah is saying? Yeah. One day there will be a nasty car accident. Yeah.
And you see,
because of this. And everybody will say, hey! There will be a big statement. You see some group of MCs who will sit, they will put a table by the roadside, sit there with microphones, will also show up and they will say, never again will we do this. Come on.
Just for cameras.
I think NADMO can help. NADMO should be able to help. God, as for the assembly, they don't have what it takes.
Let me finish this one. Oh, Ghana! I thought I was the only one who had seen the cattle and camels along the Kalkudi stretch of Accra. I believe Ghana needs policies and laws to implement an intervention in sanitation. Is this what we pride ourselves on? Today, Accra is the dirtiest in West Africa. It's still not too late. We can fix it. Frank from Roman Ridge. Good morning, team. On Monday, the 18th of May, I saw 2 large cows tied to 2 poles in the middle of Abokobi roundabout. Those poles have traffic cameras. Imagine the impunity and lack of regard for sanitation and use of family. I want to know that question.
Roundabout in the center, which has
they are eating there. You see, because the center of the roundabout has grass.
Yeah, it's overgrown.
You see, and that's also the thing. Exhibition roundabout has grass, so they march them up there to go and feed. On the grass at the roundabout.
Is it the grass that we use taxpayers' money to
Exactly. Let me finish. Imagine the impunity and lack of regard for sanitation and use of public infrastructure. There are cows roaming all around the city with some posing immediate danger to other road users. Have the institutions responsible for ensuring these animals are handled within the appropriate parameters not seen these developments? Leaving this unchecked will lead to conflict in time to come.
Very important.
We need not look far for examples of such incidents. Our neighbors across the borders are a good case in point. This is coming from JAS.
Nice one. Before we continue,
quickly, I like the point Uncle Sam made about the police. Okay, part of their mandate is to ensure law and order. We find and NADMO as well. And if the assemblies don't have the wherewithal, they can
reach out and collaborate with
exactly. But you find the police obviously absent in these areas where there's chaos. So the woman who sent the message and said that a cow had destroyed her vehicle, and that becomes her problem. Where's the police? You don't see the police. You rather see them in corners and around traffic lights, busily watching you, saying that you've jumped the amber, and so they are arresting you. When we rather need their presence in some of these chaotic spaces.
Charlie, it's
live update from Dansoman. The cattle have just left home. They are headed towards exhibition. Yeah, so Ghana news. This is a live update.
We cross over to our reporter.
A live update coming from Dansoman. So they are on the Zuka Road as we speak. So if you are driving on the Zuka Road, please be careful. Watch out. They are headed towards the exhibition roundabout.
Sam is my favorite.
At times, it gets so painful to love Ghana. It becomes so painful to love this country.
Why?
That the human beings, they know that this is their responsibility. They know what they are supposed to do, but they join us in complaining.
To complain.
No. And then when they finish complaining, they will go to the airport, sit on a plane that they are going for workshop in Israel to learn how to do the work that they have not done here. And when they come, nothing will change.
It's a shame. Guys, let's set up. This is embarrassing.
Princess Rama also sends a live update from Ashaiman.
Okay.
If you are headed towards the Ashaiman roundabout, You have problems this morning.
They are cattle waiting for you.
They are on the road.
So the cattle has a checkpoint.
Why?
Oh, Charlie, this is not good.
And you can see the cars have stopped for the cows.
That's right.
It's like we are always in a hurry to get it wrong.
All the time. We're in a hurry to get it wrong.
You know, Godfred, this is not related, but one thing that I'll never stop talking about is one of the arms of the scholarship secretary. Is this scholarship secretary or authority now? These days they change this to authority.
I think it's an authority now.
That they give scholarship to people to go and study general
the humanities courses abroad
in the UK, in the US.
Courses that we do here.
So I ask myself, whose wisdom is this? Whose wisdom is this? That the UK there that you are going on, they have scholarship.
Yeah.
But their scholarship only pays for schools in their own country.
Yeah.
Or they will pay for projects that will come that they don't have.
Benefit them.
You understand?
Yeah.
But what is this? So we work and get the money and waste it.
Yeah.
And now you have, that there's universities, they now have international marketing executives
they travel.
who travel to Ghana and the Asian countries to come and market their schools so that because when you are a citizen there, you don't pay the kind of school fees that
foreign students pay. Yeah.
But and you have all these good universities coming up in Ghana. Academic City, Ashesi University, University of Ghana, UPSA. If I had this authority, I'll say that 99% of the money should go to these universities.
Yeah, we shouldn't spend them on foreign
universities. What is that? But what you have been there? What are they teaching that we don't teach here? What are they teaching there that we here we don't teach? So we are wasting our money. These things.
We are always in a hurry to get it wrong.
We are always in a hurry to get it wrong.
No, this one I know.
I'm telling you, I will never stop talking about it. As we speak, you see, we Charlie, Godfred, Mobo. As we speak now, rice farmers are still complaining.
They haven't bought
this issue. We've not
no.
it.
And guess who has joined?
Who?
Maize farmers.
Yeah.
The stack of maize that is getting rotten in this country, and yet politicians and their cohorts are importing maize into this country.
Yeah, that's what the import cartel.
You are importing maize into Ghana 2026. Go into the hinterlands. Maize that sold per maxi bag for 600 cedis maybe 3-4 years ago is now selling at 200 cedis per maxi bag. If you go to the north, it's selling at 150 Ghana cedis. And guess what? Nobody's buying.
Wasn't that an instruction for Buffalo?
I said we are solving every problem in Ghana except the problem.
Hey,
please say that again.
We are
say that again.
We are solving every problem except the real problem. And we have tasked the problems to solve our problems.
Capacity.
This is what we are.
Yeah.
And then we feign surprise that this thing is happy. Then we organize conference. Then we give speech. Then we are happy. And the problem is still staring at us. What does it take to just buy it off farmers? And we here, we won't stop talking about this matter. Yeah. So if people are thinking that one day, they will come back.
Charlie, it's a matter. Take a breather. Henley and Partners, global leader, residence and citizenship planning. They help investors and families secure alternative residence or citizenship through leading programs worldwide. And they advise on the best program for you and your family and assist with the entire application process every step of the way. For many Ghanaians, the key drivers for seeking alternative residence and citizenship include greater global mobility, investment and diversification, business expansion, access to world-class education and healthcare, long-term family security. Popular options for Ghanaians include Caribbean citizenship programs like Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as residence by investment programs in Greece, Portugal, Malta, UAE, UK, Canada, and the USA. 0206042101 is the number. Ghana@henleyglobal.com is our email address. hit us an email now. Our office is at the Galleria, Kempinski Gold Coast City Hotel. Come by for free consultation. HenleyGlobal.com is where to visit to find out more. More messages coming through. Caleb, the cattle tied at the Abokobi. Okay, there's a cattle tied at Abokobi Teman Oyarifa interchange, and they are all for sale. I'll get back to more messages. And the Bank of Ghana is drawing our attention to people in the commerce space who are rejecting 20, 10, and 5 pesos. There's a message for you. These coins remain valid legal tender and must be used and accepted for all financial transactions. It is an offense to refuse a valid currency issued by the Bank of Ghana. All citizens and businesses are legally obligated to accept these coins for the settlement of debts and payments. If you refuse to accept the Ghana cedi, whether coin or not, you can face a fine or up to 3 years in prison. Bank of Ghana is encouraging the public to use the 20, 10, and 5 pesos. If you have any complaints, WhatsApp them 0593 974 486. Email complaints.office@bog.gov.gh. Financial Stability Department is where the office is, on the 4th floor, Urban Block, there, Bank Square, Bank of Ghana, Accra. You know, earlier in the year, we raised this issue about the challenges that commuters were facing with public transport. It got to a point that the drivers were refusing to pick passengers. They will increase the prices. They will deliberately stop halfway and tell you they are not going anymore, so that they will charge you twice the amount. So many commuters were frustrated late into the day after work, early morning, getting a bus to jump onto and for work was a difficulty. We raised this issue. The government came in. They said they had procured buses, and the buses were procured. 100 of them procured a month ago. It's been around for some time. It's tomorrow that we are told that the vice president will cut the ribbon. Then they will start distributing the buses. So Kaswa, Medina, and all. And Godfred, during the newspaper review, raised a very germane concern about the fact that he asked whether we are actually improving the transport situation or we are just adding to the congestion we see in the city. Because yes, you are adding 100 new buses. That's great. The occupancy of vehicles, the occupancy of the buses is more. So it means that the number of buses you would have needed for the number of people you can move is reduced. But the traffic situation, the congestion on the road, the transport management aspect of the problem has not been solved. So we've thrown money at the problem, and the problem is just going to compound. Did I capture you right?
The last time we had this conversation, we spoke to
David
Ofosu-Dorte. Yes.
I don't know why when he talks, nobody listens. I don't know why.
He speaks the truth.
You see, he did a very simple breakdown of road usage from Accra to Tema.
Yeah.
With data that he had. And what people don't know is that his background is in transport and logistics.
Solid.
People know he's a lawyer, but he's a very, 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 very active.
Oh yeah, I mean that's his first. His first.
So he knows transport and mobility. So when he talks about transport and mobility, I listen. And he said, the most important thing to do when you are doing this is to make sure that it's not just adding the cars. If a car used to make 12 trips between maybe Accra Mall and Tema 10 years ago, that same car is now making 2 trips.
True.
I'm just using my own numbers. Those are the exact numbers.
But that's
the
understanding. Yes.
So if a car that used to make 12 is now making 2, what do you think has happened in between?
Yeah.
We've brought 100 buses. Beautiful. We brought 100 buses. But what has changed on the roads?
Nothing.
You understand?
Nothing.
Yesterday, for the past 2 days, I've been going home pretty late. And I use our old site, the CBD.
So this is
Adabaka headed towards Accra.
So graphic?
Bernard. No, yeah. So Accra through to Graphic Road.
Okay, sure.
Caleb. Between 5 and 8 p.m.
3 hours.
The sheer number of people by the roadside looking to get home.
Wow.
So the trotros somehow managed to show up.
Right.
The people get into the trotros. Now the problem is from Accra, is that the brewery?
Accra Brewery, yes.
Yeah, the
Around
brewery.
Graphic there about.
Yes. All the way to Kadeshi. You are not moving. You are there.
Wow.
Traffic.
Yeah. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? It hasn't changed. This is peak period. Yeah. So, the people who are at the back, who are left, let's assume each trotro, there are 200 people there.
Yeah.
Each trotro picks what? 24? 30? 18, 20? So 3 or 4 come. Yeah. They come and pick the people and they go. Those who are left there. Yeah. The trotros that are going to those destinations are not returning.
Yeah.
Because they are in traffic for another 2.5 hours.
Not easy.
On the other side, when they are coming, they'll also be in traffic.
Yeah.
So you end up being there for 5-6 hours. So what we have done is we've brought the vehicles,
yes,
but we are bringing vehicles to add to
the
number of congestion on the roads. Because where are they going to pass? So you said they will be on specific routes. If you put them on Accra to Medina,
yes,
where are they passing?
The same stretch.
Peak period. If they use Kalkudi between 5 and 7, you are in traffic.
Yeah.
If you use 37
yes,
area
between
between 5 and 7, you are in traffic.
Yeah.
That's that one.
Yeah.
If you are going to Kaswa, forget.
All the best.
You are dead. So where exactly are the buses that you have brought? Where are they passing?
Yeah.
What is new?
Yeah.
So my expectation is, one, we bought the buses. What I expect to hear, hopefully, as part of the conversation, is that we have created dedicated lanes between perhaps certain time periods. So between, let's say, 6 and 10, this lane is for buses.
So this is not around the clock, around peak hours.
Around peak hours.
Right.
Okay.
We can't.
That's
do
doable.
I'm just saying,
hypothetically. We don't have the discipline
to do it.
No.
Otherwise, we will keep, and we've done this before, we will not make a dent in the people who are standing by the roadside always looking for cars.
Not a scratch.
The city of Kigali started something a month ago that they had been planning for some time. They have the same problems that we had. Traffic. They said, how do we solve the problem? We'll bring in the buses. Brought in the buses. Said that we are creating dedicated lanes between this. What they've done now is to basically take away all private transport from and formed what they call Ecofleet. So there's a new state.
They're taking all.
Yeah. There's a new company that has been formed, managed by the state,
buses
that has been put in private hands, basically.
Wow.
Who now handle transportation within the city of Kigali. So there's no concept of GPRTU. For those who don't understand what I'm saying. What existed as GPRTU has been removed. And they say that, okay, we have brought our buses.
Yeah.
Now, the concept is this. They run on a schedule. So it's no longer a loading bus. So between 6 o'clock and 6:05, bus 1 is leaving.
So that like the London bus
system.
system.
It's no longer, they don't run a loading system anymore.
It's a time-based system.
It's a time-based system. They've decided that it's no longer a loading system. So between 6 a.m. and 6:05, one bus leaves. Peak periods is 5 minutes. Off-peak is 15 minutes for departure. They've created the lanes. They understand that people are human beings. They will misbehave. So the lanes that have been created, there are policemen on it. Now the policemen have been instructed. It's not about arresting. They are saying that we want people to understand this new process that is ongoing. So for a while, we will be explaining what is happening to you.
Wait.
Oh, I should stop talking.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm shocked.
No, he has some small breaking news for you.
Okay, give me
breaking news.
Okay.
Eriko Poku leads Ghana delegation to US as government pushes major livestock sector transformation. That's breaking news. Please continue.
Let me sit down.
Capacity building. Capacity building. Hey! So all along it is true.
This is breaking news.
I'm telling you, we did a program. Wow.
Let me stop.
No. That's what we call it.
So I'm saying there's an understanding that the system will not start perfectly, but there is an attempt to improve what existed previously. It's not just about adding the vehicles, and that is what we want them to understand. That is why I did not understand the whole hoopla with the transport minister or the deputy going to stand by the buses and taking nice photos and saying the buses are coming, as if you are fighting with somebody in Accra that the buses were not going to come. Who are you fighting with? You don't need to show us
political angle.
I mean, because procuring the bus is the easiest part of it.
It's like we delivered on our promise.
I take that.
That's one.
I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
But
then.
you make the point that it still will not solve
the problem. You're just coming to add numbers.
And we know that it won't solve our problem. It will bring some temporary relief. But for a short time. Okay, because really, we've bought more than 100 buses before, haven't we?
They are all broken. Most of them.
Why don't we still have those buses
on the road?
Because we are not resourced enough managerially and technically to keep these buses on the road, servicing the buses, repairing the buses, managing the fleet. We have proven time without number that we are clueless at it. So we don't have buses, so you bring more buses. Look at the sorry state of the State Transport Corporation. What we knew of State Transport Corporation a few years ago is not where it is now. And I will not blame even the managers of the State Transport Corporation. I blame the system that is in place. Why should government be buying buses for State Transport Corporation?
They should be able to make enough revenue to be buying their own.
The model is not even make enough revenue. The model is to make the State Transport Corporation, if you like, the operator of the buses, which buses are brought in by private businessmen. You understand?
It's like what VIP does.
Precisely. That's the model that works in most countries. So that there are regulations, what it takes, what you can do, what you can do, and all these things. But you go and buy the thing, and then 2-3 years down the line, it goes bonkers. The other day, we woke up as a country and said that let's invite companies to come and assemble vehicles here.
True.
So that vehicle purchase will be more accessible.
And we can phase out the old ones that are
Exactly.
emitting
Health and safety, all these environmental hazards, that pollution and all these things.
Emissions.
Emissions and all these. So, guess what? The policy that was established has been thrown away.
Already.
The policy that is supposed to encourage automobile companies to assemble vehicles here so we will solve our problems, they've thrown the policy away. They are not renewing it. If that policy is to be encouraged and expanded, couldn't we attract a bus assembly company like was done in the 70s? New plan. If you go to Bantama, to the Bantama area there, New Plan had an assembly plant there. Accra here, Achimota, New Plan had an assembly plant here where they were assembling the vehicles.
Right here.
Yes. So you are not thinking that you should expand the policy so we will attract and solve our problems, even if you think getting more vehicles
is still necessary. Because you also have job creation problems to deal with.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying that we will solve every problem except the problem itself. So we have 100 vehicles. Hooray, hallelujah. But what next? 3 months to 6 months down the line, the vehicles are not on the road because they said that they need ties. They couldn't get ties. They need batteries. They couldn't get batteries. So they parked the vehicles. Okay, we heard the same thing. We bought ambulances. How many of them?
More than 200
ambulances.
300.
How many are on the road now? And these are Mercedes-Benz brand ambulances.
Solid brand.
You understand? So it's not about buying, just buying and buying. It's about putting a system in place that is sustainable, that solves our problems.
So if you're listening to us, I hope you get it. You say, oh, Moye did this, we've brought the buses, now you are still complaining. It's not just
okay.
about that.
No. We are okay. It's okay
we are
to
happy
have
the
the
buses are brought, but we want the system that will make it efficient. And what is the benchmark? People are doing this in a time-based manner.
Let me bring you, but because Uncle Sam mentioned the vehicle matter, something funny I saw on social media, foreigners advertising cars and saying good for Ghana, bad roads.
Oh, Charlie. Oh, you mean?
You're saying
That's a unique selling proposition.
Thank you. Our problem has to have somebody's unique selling proposition.
I've seen those videos.
Oh no, I give up.
Let me bring some messages, Caleb. And this person says, "Good morning, Team CBS. Please permit me to use your medium to urgently draw the attention of Wejagbawe MCE to a developing situation at the Malam interchange. An individual has put up a cattle enclosure underneath the interchange.
That's right.
This could become a whole ranch if the situation is not addressed ASAP. The MCE is Felix Odate Lamte. And the person who sends this is Kojo. Thank you, Kojo.
And just to add to that, the interchanges, both here and in Kumasi,
yes,
they should watch the garage people.
Charlie, right now they're everywhere.
They'll go and take over and start selling cars. Quick.
They have been selling on pedestrian walkways and things.
Them. Yes, if you are driving on the Obojo main road, the pedestrian, they are putting vehicles there for sale.
Making progress. I mean, we've made progress in some areas, I must admit. But this transportation thing, it happening. But Godfred, see, as a child growing up in Kumasi, we are going to school, Omnibus Service Authority. If the bus leaves Chapatre Estate at 7:05,
can set your watch to it.
I'm telling you. So by 7, you should be at the bus stop.
Leave 7:05.
So it moves 7:05 and it's so prompt. You won't joke with it. 7:05 it moves. By 7:15 it gets to Agogo. By 7:25 Atonsu, Ahinsan, till it gets to Roman Hill. So you see what I'm saying is that. It's so, and this is Ghana I'm talking about. This is Ghana. Wow. So today we don't have anything that looks like order. So randomized approach to solving our problems, and then we want to feel good about it.
Samuel, see this problem. Someone says 3 monkeys are roaming in Abofu. They've been there for almost 1 month.
Have
it
a good day.
Well, as Samens is speaking right now, the Agric Minister is currently in Nebraska, USA, exploring how commercial cattle ranching can be implemented effectively in Ghana. Kofi in SpaceX sent that one. It's here's another one. It's a constant struggle on the Kanda Highway. We have to fight with them to stop putting up sheds right behind our walls. The smell, especially when it rains, is atrocious. They come at night when they know the assemblies are closed, and so they cannot be reported to build their sheds. So it leaves the residents having to fight with them with all sorts of threats. That's unfortunate.
Very, very unfortunate. If you're planning for the future, that begins with a decision you make today. So save and invest early with EDC to build wealth and retire comfortably. One clear sign of financial growth is when your money starts working for you through steady returns and long-term wealth creation. With EDC, you get professional fund management, flexible investment options, potential for higher returns, and financial security for retirement and future goals. Your financial independence is possible with EDC. Sign up today. WhatsApp 050-9268-414, 0302-610-400. And Sunny Gold has been with us for years. We've trusted their gold brown sugar. It's consistent quality. It has consistent quality and best packaging. So now take advantage and control of your sugar intake in a more convenient way with your trusted Sunny Gold brand. We have introduced Sunny Gold brown sugar sticks in 10 grams and 5 gram paper sachets. Perfect for hotels, restaurants, schools, homes, offices, on the go, and even larger gatherings like parties, funerals, and conferences. Sunny Gold brown sugar also comes in cubes, bottles, and sachets for all your cooking and bulk needs. Sunny Gold, the tradition of consistent quality, available at shops near you. And if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, please discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Piva Tangy, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. Grab yesterday, available now at a local store near you. Call us 0550-032231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. We'll take a very quick break. When we are back, we have great conversations. More of your messages. Stay.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink. Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-32231. Piva, a taste you'd love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Hello CEOs, Ghana's foremost business platform marks 10 years of leadership impact. Join the 10th Ghana CEO Summit and Expo on Thursday, 28th May 2026 from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Kempinski Hotel Accra. The summit is themed accelerating Ghana's economic transformation, driving bold reforms through leadership, technology, and industrialization. Tagline, from vision to action. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, will attend as special guest of honor and officially launch the CEO Government Compact 2026. Highlights include presidential CEO dialogue, masterclasses, panels, brand expo, CEO profiles, networking. Registered now at GhanaCEOSummit.com. Call 054-639-1970 or email info@GhanaCEOSummit.com. Powered by CEO Network Ghana in partnership with Deloitte, PwC, EY, GIPC, University of Ghana, Media General, and the Multimedia Group. The 10th Ghana CEO Summit and Expo, a decade of leadership impact. T&C supply.
So what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
June is for business here at Citi FM and Channel 1 TV. This June, the ideas get bolder and the future of Ghanaian business takes center stage. Welcome to the Citi Business Festival 2026. For the entire month of June, 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 TV bring together the thinkers, builders, innovators, and dreamers shaping the future of enterprise in Ghana. From powerful business fora that spark meaningful conversations to insightful on-air discussions with industry leaders and change makers, to stories of resilience, innovation, and ambition from Ghanaian entrepreneurs. This is more than a festival. It is a movement of ideas, strategy, and impact. Whether you're starting small, scaling big, or simply dreaming of your next breakthrough, the Citi Business Festival is your platform to learn, connect, and grow. Join the on-air series every weekday at 9 a.m. on the Citi Breakfast Show on 97.3 Citi FM and at 11 a.m. with a repeat at 6 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. This June, let's challenge businesses, Let's refine ideas. Let's create impact. Call 0205 973 973 for further details. Citi Business Festival 2026. Driving ideas into impact. The Citi Business Festival 2026 is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 TV in partnership with Absa Bank. And it's proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN, Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, and Petra Trust.
KFC Ghana just dropped something big. The all-new KFC Kibar. KFC Chichinga Abba. Now, you can enjoy your favorite street-style taste, but KFC style. Crispy, juicy, and full of Chichinga flavor. Order your choice, starting from 2 pieces. KFC is finger-licking good.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
It's 35 after 9, and I have in the studio one of the leading voices on strategy I know in Ghana. Dr. Jeff Bassi joins us to talk about the Certified Strategy Professional Program that the Institute of Leadership and Strategy is rolling out. If you're looking for strategy, you want an authority in Ghana, the voice you're about to hear is one. Doc.
Thank you so much, and a very good morning to your listeners.
It's always good to have you join us. So
it's a pleasure.
Let's start from the basics. For those who don't know, let's talk about the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. What is it about? Why is it important?
Very well. So, good morning to our listeners once again. The Institute of Leadership and Strategy, as I always say, it's purely a non-academic Executive and Professional Development Institute.
Okay.
So we run executive development, professional development, because people call us and asking, are you running master's degrees and etc.
Okay.
When you have 90% of your trainees and participants already holding a master's degree, so we purely are an executive development institute.
So C-suite executives.
C-suite, we allow all manner of managers, but you really have to be in a managerial role,
right,
whether you are the first layer, second layer, or the executive level. You must be in a management role. And just as our name connotes, we specialize in leadership and strategy. Running executive programs in leadership, certified strategy courses, executive workshops here and there. And let me say that just yesterday, Joy FM granted a similar interview, and I was being asked whether we do the PhD lectures. We don't have any problem with PhD guys, but we are not really academic. So industry chiefs are the ones who deliver the practical strategy sessions, the likes of Mr. Kwekwawachi, former CEO of Tallow Oil, who prior to that became CEO of VRA and also head of strategy for Anglo-Good Ashanti for several years. We have the likes of Adolf, head of strategy for Absa Bank, Dr. Patrick Fishen, who have directed strategy for Standard Chartered Bank for several years, later became MD for what's the name? Sovereign Bank. Bo Richardson, my good self, 12 of such, senior persons.
Wow.
The latest person coming on board is the immediate past managing director for GCB Bank, Kofi Adomakun. So they are executive courses and not academic programs in nature.
Okay, that's a very elaborate one on that. So why is a professional certification in strategy important? Tell us about that.
Very well. We seek to achieve two things. The fact that there are so many managers out there who do not really appreciate what strategy is. And I'm always quick to quote or to remind my listeners of the Boston Consulting Group's research on various levels of managers and their understanding of strategy, that those are the lower level. Lower doesn't mean they're also not managers, but they manage people in activities. More like in a typical bank, a branch manager is a layer one manager sort of. As many as 78% of these guys do not appreciate strategy or what it means to understand corporate strategy, how it affects the business level, and then functional strategy. When it comes to strategy, It is about congruency, it's about coherence, it's about synchronicity at all levels, all right? Then we have the second layer, who are senior managers who manage managers.
Right.
So that in a typical bank, for instance, an area manager could have between 7 and 10 managers, depending on the cosmopolitan nature of their jurisdiction.
Right.
And we have 54% of these guys still not appreciating what strategy is.
Even at that level?
Yeah, yes. But the shocker is this. The C-suite executives, those who manage the organization, the CEO, chief finance officer, chief operations officer. Once there's a chief preceding your name, you have arrived, you know. And we have some 26% of these guys not exuding much confidence in strategy. And so the professional certification in strategy, first and foremost, is to provide knowledge and seal of confidence of our trainees. But the second one is also that there are people out there who have very good understanding of strategy, but do not have the credibility, if you may, because who is certifying that, yes, indeed, you know this, so that the professional certification coming from the international body then provide some backup for you, for employers and organizations to have more confidence in you.
So you talk about international body, and that's why I want to zero into your structure and the duration of your course and how globally recognized they are.
All right, very well. So we have run some 9 cohorts. This is our cohort number 10.
Wow.
And let me say that we've been through, by God's grace, some 270 organizations.
Almost 300.
Yeah, yes, almost 300. We are either facilitating their strategy sessions or developing the strategy plans for them, or they are signing up their managers through. We just delivered out of Bank Hospital. Parliament House just launched their next 5-year strategy, and we were the partners to walk the directors of Parliament through how to
the
execute.
Institute of Leadership and Strategy.
Precisely.
You're
we are partners to
Parliament and other places.
Yeah. So we take the directors of Parliament through those hardwired processes, the discipline required, the tactics required to deliver on the strategy or to execute a strategy. And so there are 8 modules that make the course. For the sake of time, let me just mention some 3 of them. The first one is the strategy formulation. And then that leads to the planning process when we have to put the documents together. And all the frameworks you require to do that are all shared on our platforms. But then also you go through keenly change management and leadership.
Change management and leadership.
And the reason is this. I always say change management is a leadership and strategy agenda. You see, Caleb, the moment you walk out of the strategic formulation session, right from the first board meeting, right from the first management meeting, there will be new evidence. So I always say that strategies themselves are not static plans. They evolve, they change. And so the ability to manage these processes is what helps the strategy not to go out of hand. But then let me just jump all the modules. This Saturday we have a free information session for your listeners who want to learn more. But let me mention one more module we do not play with at all, which is the execution and implementation.
Execution and implementation.
Many organizations are involved in strategy formulation, which can happen. We just have to go to Akosombo for 4 days. Aqua Safari for some 4 days.
And we can go to Nebraska and learn about cattle strategy management.
But when it comes to the discipline and the hardwired processes required,
that's the national problem we have
execute at hand. It. This is where we lay a lot of emphasis. So we dedicate about 2 modules to the implementation and the execution of strategy. We run on weekends only. You are either taking physical class on Saturdays only, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at our executive training center located at East Legon, Lagos Avenue. Once you go into Google and the map and key in Institute of Leadership and Strategy, it brings you to us. Saturday night, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Otherwise, you can also sign up for the virtual option, which is Saturdays only. Sundays only, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
So either
Saturday
you do
physical
in person
or Sunday online. And you may stick to one of the 2. You may have you may switch between the 2.
But you can't do the 2.
You can't do the 2 at a weekend.
At the same weekend.
Every weekend you decide, depending on your schedule, which of the 2 suits your schedule.
Oh, that's nice. So who qualifies for this one? You've spoken about managers from the first layer all the way to
precisely. So this is targeted at professionals and managers only. So you are either in a management role, be it the first layer, second, or the C-suite, which is the third layer, Otherwise, we've seen professionals come through. Several medical doctors. I mean, CEO of SynLab.
Right.
I just finished. A few of his doctors were in the session.
Nice.
I'm an accountant. Maybe you're an accountant, though you don't have the designation of a manager.
Yeah.
We've had a number of lawyers and a number of senior military officers. And let me say that the military academy now, we instruct a lot of their leadership modules as well, the Military Academy of
Institute of Leadership and Strategy.
Precisely. So we have a number of senior military officers also coming through. So you're either a professional or a manager. The people we don't take, and I don't mean to disrespect them in any way, is I finished first degree 2 years ago and blah, blah, blah. Rank and file staff do not qualify to sit in this particular session.
Right. Thank you. And so when does the next cohort start? How does one register? Some details on that.
Our very next, which is the cohort number 10, and all thanks to Citi FM, loads of people have gone through in the last 9 cohorts. We are preparing for cohort number 10, which takes off on June 6th. On the 6th of June is the start date.
Next month.
And so as we speak now, all you need to do is to send us a quick text via WhatsApp. Just WhatsApp your name to 0244 268672. 0244 268672. 72. And this Saturday, 23rd of May, we are having our information session, which is on 5 p.m. this Saturday. It's just about some 40 minutes to 1 hour conversation where you can join and ask all your questions, get to know the modules, the fee, the payment structure, and all. And when you WhatsApp your name to that number I mentioned, all the details of the course and the link to join us Saturday 5 p.m.
Good. I was going to ask whether it will be
shared with all our listeners.
Well.
It's virtual.
Okay.
It's virtual.
So 0244 2686 72, and that's how you get to be part of the information session, which will be virtual on Saturday, and then you can get to be part of the next cohort of the certified strategy professionals. Dr. Jeff Bassi.
Thank you for the opportunity.
You're a big man.
We thank them.
You know, last time I was in one of the sessions, you made a very profound, observation that I've never forgotten. That if you want to have butterflies build a garden, you don't have to be chasing the butterflies. So strategy requires that you put in the system that will attract the success. So don't chase success, but build the systems that make success.
Success is looking for a good place to be. Once you cultivate a garden, they will come by themselves.
My goodness. Dr. Jeff Bassi, always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you as always.
We wish you the best as well.
Thank you, sir.
Many blessings.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
It's always great to hang out with Dr. Jeff Bassi. Do well to check on the number and get in touch. The biggest football tournament is here, and DSTV is giving you front row seats to all the action live. It's a FIFA World Cup 2026. It's time when everything can wait. Even sleep can wait. With 48 teams participating, this World Cup has all the markings of history. Watch all 104 games on 4 dedicated HD channels. World-class commentary and analysis live on SuperSport and DSTV from June 11 to July 19. DSTV is your #1 spot for everything World Cup. Get your decoder today at only 69 Ghana cedis, or reconnect from as little as 58 Ghana cedis, and get ready for an experience you can't miss. DSTV, the home of entertainment. Now, at Omni Basic Bank, your security is our priority. Before engaging in any financial offer or investment opportunity, please take a moment to confirm through our official channels. Remember, Omni Basic Bank will never request for your PIN, password, card details, OTP, or any confidential information via phone calls, SMS, email, or social media. Always rely on our verified communication channels and avoid sharing sensitive information with unverified sources. For assistance, please call our 24/7 call center 0800 100 790. Omni-Besek Bank, not just another bank. Here's how to control your energy cost and save some money. If your electricity bill is too high, we'll show you how. Make maximum use of daylight and use LED lights. Open your windows for cross airflow and turn the fan on to slow or medium speed when needed. Adjust the temperature of your refrigerator to the optimum range of 5 degrees Celsius to 7 degrees Celsius and the freezers to negative 18 degrees Celsius. Use AC wisely. Don't set the temperature C lower than 25 degrees Celsius. Change outdated motors, pumps, compressors, boilers to energy efficient ones and conduct systemic energy audit. There is more information when you log on to efghana.org, yes, or valcotrustfund.gov.gh for more energy saving tips and messages to save more money. Energy conservation advice is brought to you by the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, Energy Foundation, Valco Trust Fund, PRC, ECG, Blue Power Authority, Gridco, and VRA. Now, people are winning big on 590 mobile just by dialing star 959 hash. NLA has increased the play time of your favorite 590 mobile from Monday to Saturday. Noon rush starts from 8:30 p.m. and closes at 1:25 p.m. the next day. Evening draw starts at 1:30 p.m. closes at exactly 7:55 p.m. Sunday Asida remains the same, no change. Catch all the 590 mobile evening live draw from Monday special to Sunday Asida, 8 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. Remember to stake responsibly, not for persons below 18. 590 mobile. And I will send. We'll take a quick break. When we're back, we'll wrap it all up with your messages and more.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Charlie, the contract is here. Oh, my pocket. Flat like a football with no hair.
Don't stress. That is why DCI Microfinance is here for you.
DCI? What magic can they do?
No magic, just real solutions. With your contract and LPO financing, you can deliver on time. And when you're waiting on payment, their invoice and certificate discounting puts cash in your hands quickly. Their loans are fast, simple, and reliable.
So no more borrowing for my father-in-law? Now, that's a blessing.
Exactly. Call them now on 0577 66 9346. DCI Microfinance, miles beyond the extra.
Me kopena, make your name they sing. Me kopena, make your name she sing. Me kopena, ye koko sing. Sakofa pepe powder me kwa ujawu me shishi. 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 Shishi wrong. About you keep a video, you sound cover. Pepper soup where you know, pepper sand cover, sand cover pepper powder, a shishi raw. Sand cover pepper powder, me powder, me shishi. Sand cover pepper powder, me powder, me shishi. Me powder, me shishi. Me powder, me shishi. Me powder, me shishi. Me powder, sand cover pepper powder.
FDA, Aji Ejadi Nkrato Yatum.
This June, all roads lead to Accra. WAMPEX, the West African Mining and Power Expo, returns from the 3rd to the 5th of June for its 19th edition. Endorsed by the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, WAMPEX brings together over 6,000 mining professionals and over 250 local and international exhibitors. Meet the people behind West Africa's mining operations, discover new suppliers, and make the connections that move projects forward. From a high-level conference to innovation hub workshops and valuable networking opportunities, now hosted at its new home, the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel in Accra. Headline sponsors: Anglo Gold Ashanti, Goldfields, and B5+. Register now for free visitor access at www.wampexwestafrica.com and be a part of West Africa's leading mining event.
Since inception, almost 100% of Ashesi University students have found jobs, started businesses, or gone on to graduate school within 6 months of graduation. From Accra to Nairobi, London to New York, Ashesi graduates are noticed and are leading successful careers. If you dream of a rewarding life and career, an Ashesi education prepares you just for that. Learn more about applying to Ashesi at ashesi.edu.gh. Remember, admission is ongoing.
Protect yourself from germs and bacteria with confidence. Cleanse hand soap effectively kills 99.9% of germs with every use. Perfect for all your hand washing moments throughout the day. Available in a variety of variants and delightful flavors. Choose Cleanse for yourself, your family, and friends. Make Cleanse your daily essential. The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
Ready to lead beyond limits? Ready to think sharper, decide smarter, and lead with greater impact? Welcome to the Management Bootcamp 2026, an exclusive executive development experience from Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM. The bootcamp is designed for ambitious professionals, executives, entrepreneurs, and business leaders who are ready to elevate their leadership capacity and thrive in today's fast-changing business environment. Gain practical insights from top industry experts in strategy, leadership, customer service, and digital marketing. The date is Sunday, 21st June to Friday, 26th June 2026. The venue is the Platinum Bay Hotel at Abokobi. To register, call 0501 145 434. Seats are limited. Secure your place today and take the next bold step in your leadership journey. Management Bootcamp 2026, shaping leaders, transforming businesses. The Management Bootcamp 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
We sailed up a river wide as a sea, slept on the banks on the leaves of a banyan tree, and all of these spirit voices rule the night. Some stories are magical, meant to be sung, songs from the mouth of the river when the world was young, and all of these spirit voices rule the night. By moon we walk to the blue coast door, along a path of river stones. Women with their nursing children seated on the floor. We join the fevers and the broken bones.
Spirit voices, Paul Simon. I love it. I know you love it too. It's an earworm. Spirit voices, look out for it. The biggest football tournament is here. DSTV is giving you front row.
Candlelight flickers.
It's the FIFA World Cup 2026. It's that time when everything can wait, sleep can even wait. We have 48 teams participating. This World Cup has all the makings of history. Watch all 104 games on 4 dedicated HD channels, world-class commentary and analysis live on Super Sport DSTV from January 11 to July 19. DSTV is your number one sport for everything World Cup. Get your decoder today at only 69 Ghana cedis or connect from as little as 58 Ghana cedis. Get ready for an experience you can't miss. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
I drank a cup of herbal brew.
If you're ready to lead beyond limits with sharper thinking, smarter decisions, and greater impact, the Management Bootcamp 2026 is here. Exclusive leadership development experience powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM. Designed for ambitious professionals, executives, entrepreneurs, and everyone along the value chain. Expect powerful sessions in strategy, leadership, customer service, and digital marketing, delivered by top industry experts. Sunday, 21st June to Friday, 26th June 2026, Platinum Bay Hotel is where it is happening at Bokobi. Call, seats are limited, 0501-145-434. Management Bootcamp 2026, shaping leaders, transforming businesses. Management Bootcamp 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM.
Children sitting on the floor. We join the fevers and the broken bones.
And Sheba Araba Ben joins us for the news at 10. Good morning, Sheba.
Good morning, Caleb. Coming up in the bulletin, Parliament resumes sitting as media budget and anti-LGBTQ bill expected to come